Thanks for the notice, Amy.
Yeah, I hit it like, without really knowing I hit it. So that's what happens. Hello, everyone.
Let me pull this up.
That was fast. I think the counter's up there.
See us, yes.
Can you guys see us?
I see us on
my phone volume is turned down before I click in. Hello, you guys.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hi. Okay, there we go. I see us now. Okay. Hi, guys. Happy Thursday. Already Thursday. Gosh, it felt like that week went by really fast.
Real fast.
Super fast. Hello, you guys. Welcome in. Happy Fantastic Finds Thursday.
Yes.
Thanks for coming in and hopping on with us. Jason, it's good to see you back here.
Well, thanks for having me.
Missed you last week, especially my voice box. Missed you last week.
I watched a little bit of it. I lurked 1 or 2 times, but yeah. I saw.
Yeah. I am feeling much better than I was last Thursday.
Good.
Definitely feel better. And I have more hot liquid in case it is needed again. Good. Came a little bit better prepared. And Parmesan's here, which he wasn't even here last week either, but he's in his glory right now. Yes. Hello, everyone. I already know who is here really early.
Oh, I
like 12:36 p.m. 12:36 p.m. That is, I don't know if that's the record for early bird. Right. I feel like there's an 11 a.m. somewhere in there. But Gavin was here because Gavin is lurking and working this evening. That's why.
Mr. Grady Grupo Vintage Recording. Guys, if you are not following him, you're missing out. He just hit a milestone. 1,800 subscribers right here on YouTube. Give our man Gavin Gillett, want to say it right, give him a follow. He's got an awesome channel. He plays music. He drops all kinds of knowledge. He's part of the Gillett Corporation, also known as the lovely Karen. So please give him a follow. They're a cornerstone to our community, and follow him over on Instagram too. Show them some support because they give so much in this community and they don't ask for anything in return. So
over the weekend, they just went to a new antique mall and it looks really good. Like one of these days, I was telling Karen, I was like, one of these days,
right?
We gotta go over the border because like we're not very far, not really that far, past Windsor, Canada, which is on the other side from Detroit. Right. It's really not that far. So one of these days, because the antique malls in Canada look really fun and huge, humongous. So one of these days. William is also lurking.
Hello, William.
It appears. And then Lisa Shields. Hey, Lisa. Good to see you.
Willie, let me tell you something. Willie, when you aren't in our chat, people in my store ask me where you're at. So just so you know,
really?
William, you might be Santa Claus, but in my shop, people want to know where William's at. So, William, you still have to come and say hello. No matter where you're at or what you're doing, you got to come say hello because I stand in my brick and mortar and people say, where in the heck has William been? What's going on with William? So, sir, you always have to stop in and say hi.
Terry V, good to see you this evening.
Hello, Terry.
Hope you are well. Hello, Miss Shannon. Good to see you tonight. There is Kim. Hey, Kim and Bob. Kim's going to be helping out in the chat tonight. Thanks for being here, Kim. Miss Sharon Spencer, welcome in. Good to see you as well. Renee. Hey, Renee. There's Karen. Hey, Karen. Good to see you. Karen is going to be a bit ending for us this evening. Thank you in advance, Karen. I'm going to try and get through these quickly. KP, welcome in. Good to see you. Cindy Lou.
Did you hear?
I almost forgot last week, Jason.
Did you? Well, I should have sent you a message to remind you.
I know. But good to see you, Cindy. Thanks for being here and putting up with us. Janet. Hello, Janet. Welcome in. Let's see. Scrolly scroll. There's Mama Pam.
Hey, Pam. I get to see you guys in like
just in a few weeks.
Like 2 weeks. Can't wait.
No, which also means it's going to be my birthday in a few weeks too.
This is true. You'll be there.
Midwest holiday weekend. I know. Can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. Judy's here. Hey, Judy. Good to see you. I have not seen your mom in the chat yet. I probably have to scroll down a little bit further. There we are. I spoke too soon. Hello, Mama Linda. Good to see you. Helen's here. Hey, Helen. There is Chris. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris. Good to see you, friend.
There's Joe. Hey, Joe.
Good to see you, sir.
Let's see. Paula. Welcome in, Paula. Good to see everyone tonight. Let's see. There's Jean. Hello, Jean.
Jean, good to see you, Jean.
And Miss Jennifer. Hello, hello, hello. Everybody's just saying hello. There is Caroline. Hey, Caroline. Good to see Caroline in a couple weeks too.
Yeah.
I know. May is just jam-packed. That's how I feel. I was talking about that at the hair salon today. It's like, I don't really have a free weekend in the month of May. It is pretty busy. Pretty busy. All right. Miss Tina. Hey, Tina. Good to see you.
Hey, Tina.
Hey. Tina 1 and Tina 2. Both of you. Both, all the Tinas. Hello.
Yes.
Sandra B. Hey, Sandra. Good to see you. Elaine. I thought I saw your name in the chat. Miss Elaine Linney. Welcome in. Elaine, I have some photos for community share after our sale tonight from Miss Elaine. So stick around for that after the sale. So let's see who else. Oh, I lost my place. Critter Girl. Hello, hello.
Hey, Critter Girl.
Welcome in. Buttermilk and Cream.
Hello, Buttermilk.
Tracy. Hey, Tracy.
Hi, Tracy.
Good to see you. I do. I feel more human this week than I did last week on Thursday. My voice is doing much better than it was last week. So apologies for anybody that was here last Thursday and I was on the struggle bus. Yeah. Help sleep and rest definitely helped in that arena. Minx is here. Hey, Minx. Welcome in. Welcome. Oh, Joy. Welcome in. Yeah, I did. It was about 2 hours, I think, last week. It was the sale last week. So yeah, it was a little challenging to talk. I forget when we're by ourselves how much talking is involved. Yeah. Hey, Chrissy, I've been dragged to the gym. Apologies, Chrissy. I'm sorry. Hopefully it's quick. Hopefully it's a quick trip. Let's see. Honey Bunny Finds, welcome in.
Good to see you, friend.
Krista, good to see you
Krista.
in the chat. Thanks for being here. Miss Kathy Plunkett, hello, hello. Oh my goodness, the chat seems really large today. Tracy, good to see you.
Good to see you, Tracy.
Let's see. All right, I think I finally made it to the bottom. Madonna's in the building. Madonna's in the building. Okay, good to see you, Madonna. All right, let's see. We're going to talk about how the sale is going to go tonight, and then we'll get into it. And we do have community share following the sale this evening. So I guess that's, and then we'll talk about some schedule changes later on after the sale tonight. So I guess I'll get my slides up here. I will do that. All right. And I have not fully updated this, but I will update it soon. I have time to work on it. It looks like it doesn't take that much time, but it actually does to make these slides. So I just haven't had time to do it, but I will talk about it. Make sure you're logged in. If you want to type in our chat, make sure you're logged into a Google or YouTube account. And once you are, it should automatically pop up there for you. You want to be in live chat, all messages, not top chat. Refresh often. We do have a lag. You can exit out of YouTube and come back in. The easier way to do that is to tap my kitty icon and find that gear wheel icon up in the upper right-hand corner. For playback speed, hit 2 times. If you are lagging behind and you click on that, we're going to sound funny until you're caught up with us. Again, on the computer, it's in the lower right-hand corner. And you can also refresh on your TV. You can find it in your settings, on your home settings. So that is what I need to update on the slide, is how to refresh on the TV. Thanks to Miss Judy. So thank you in advance, Judy, for that information, but I will update that as soon as I can do that. We will do offer ups, and we might have some quick claims this evening as well. We'll talk about that when we get there, but for the most part, we're going to do offer ups. So that's going to be the bid style. We'll give you starting price. We'll talk about the item, give you information, and note if there's any kind of issues, if there's any kind of repairs or damage. We'll show that to you. If there's anything tonight that you're interested in, all you have to do is type your bids down into the chat. I will highlight them as I see them come into StreamYard up here on the screen. You can always look for current bids and starting bids on the screen. If for some reason you have a bid in there and we don't acknowledge it, try and put it in again. Try and add an emoji. For some reason, sometimes the comments get filtered, not very often, but we'll call out everything as we see it come in. We'll do a 20-second countdown. The highest bid that we see come in before Karen G's official bid end will be the winner. We are also doing just in cases. As always here on the channel, all that we ask is that you're an active bidder to use just in case, but you don't have to use it if you don't want to, but it is available for those active bidders that do want to use it. And if you win an item tonight, if it's your first time purchasing, or maybe it's been a while, our emails are up here on the screen. You can also find them in a pinned comment in the chat and always down in the description of the video after the broadcast. You can find all of our information. But if you win something tonight, we do need an email sent to us with your YouTube screen name, your real name, your full shipping address, and an email that we can send a PayPal invoice to. But if you don't have PayPal, that is okay. You can still shop with us. Just let us know when you send that email that you would like a guest checkout link. When we send our invoices out, then we can send a direct link to that invoice, and then you just follow the prompts, and then you can check out with any debit or credit. Payments due within 24 to 48 hours of receiving invoices, and shipping is going to be our last thing. That is additional to the winning bid price, shipping. And we do use Pirate Ship to get the discounted shipping rates based on your location, where you live from us, the weight and size of your package. We do have shipping available to US and Canada. And I will mention, I did have somebody comment on my replay last week that they lived in the UK and wish we shipped there. We can. We totally can ship anywhere. But usually when it travels over the pond, shipping definitely goes up quite a bit. But we do have it available. So if anybody is watching or pops in, we can ship anywhere. Okay, just so keep that in mind. But most often we ship to the US and Canada. I ship from Michigan. Jason ships from Pennsylvania. I will have Jason talk about that last point, and then we will talk about our invoicing for this week.
All right. If you purchase from me here tonight, I offer free pickup at my brick and mortar. I own Mother Tucker's Antiques and Collectibles. I'm located in Ephrata, Pennsylvania. I'm part of Adamstown, Antiques Capital USA. I'm about an hour and a half west of Philadelphia to give you guys a better maybe visual of where I'm at. So if you live close or you're coming into town and you don't want to pay shipping, just email us and we'll invoice you for the item or items. Once it's paid for, we'll communicate in emails on when you want to pick it up. We can hold things for a timely manner. Like it's no big whoop if it's a month or two. We can hold it in the office for you until you're able to come pick it up. Thank you always, Amy.
Of course.
And thank you, Kim.
And how was Extrav?
Oh, it was very good. All of the shops, including mine, I think we all reported it was probably one of our best, if not one of the best in a long time. So it was very, very good.
Awesome. Love that.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you.
I know one of these times we're gonna make it into town to come to one.
It's a good time.
You know, we came, what was it, 2 weeks? I think it was 2 weeks. The last time we were in Pennsylvania. Yeah. It was 2 weeks before Extrav. Yes. So we just missed it. But one of these days we'll come in for it. Probably one of the summertime ones, I think, will probably be the easiest to do.
Not yet, Tracy. That's coming to the holiday show. So that'll be for sale over Memorial Day in person. So not yet. I'm falling in love with it. It might be hard to get rid of, but it.
Oh, your paper mache pumpkin?
Yeah. I can see why folks love a good paper mache pumpkin. I can tell it when I've been looking at it. So, yeah.
And I heard, maybe, that maybe we might be sneaking some Christmas in at some point before July.
I'm probably pretty sure you're right about that if you heard that. Heck, we could even break into it tonight if we wanted to. We could do it almost anytime.
Do I have any Christmas with our art? Yeah, actually I do. I actually have some Christmas. Like just off screen, I have a little bit of Christmas. Yeah,
I could bust into tomorrow night stuff if I had to. So
we can always count on that.
Yeah,
absolutely. All right, I'm going to get the screen moved around so we can get started. Since it's 20 after 8, we can just sit here and talk about nonsense forever. That
The night
is
is young. The night is
you
young.
know, right.
I'm with you,
Okay.
William.
Let's see. I'm gonna start off. With this guy. I know Jason has a lot of cat things. I have a lot of dog and rabbit things, which is an interesting combination. So that's kind of, I'm going to start with a bunny. I'm going to start with a bunny thing tonight. And I don't know if I've ever had this guy or found this guy. I'm not sure. I don't think so. But it is a larger ceramic bunny with a hat. And this is real rabbit fur, FYI. If that's something you're sensitive to, sometimes people took the fur off of these ceramics, but this guy still has a lot of cute fluff coming out of his little hat, and he still has some cute fluff on his little tuchus too. He's got his little bunny tail. He's made by UCADCO. This guy was new to me. Usually the UCADCO critters I find are skunks and cats and dogs. But this little guy in the hat was a new rabbit to me. I know. I love his little ears. And one is a little bit taller than the other one, which I kind of liked. And sometimes they would have applied whiskers. This guy did not, because he doesn't have little holes in his face. And no cold paint. Everything is fired on here, so you don't have to worry about paint loss. So there's no chipping to him. Not that I can see. I can see a little bit of crazing. If you really get up in kind of the white part of the belly and stuff, you can kind of see some of the crazing in the glaze, but he's a bigger one. He's a bigger one too. He was new. I did get him at Collector's Carnival. That video just came out last Sunday. I did write down a measurement for him. He is 5 inches tall and about 3 inches at the widest point. So
I've never seen this one before. Bettina used to actually collect the Ucago and some of the...
Oh, and skunks. I forgot there's bigger skunks like this too, but yeah. The ones with the hats. That was just a new one to me. Yeah.
Never.
So yeah, I do have a lot of more bunny things tonight. I don't know why. It was just kind of the critter. The critter I have found most recently has been rabbits, which is fine. Rabbits are fine past Easter, I think. And this guy is not super Eastery. I think he's more like in his little summer hat. That's what I think.
When I see him, it makes me think he's working in the garden. Those always reminded me of garden.
I know. He needs like a little shovel or something. Definitely. It's guarding guy Bill as a bunny.
In bunny form.
We'll bring bunny back. All right.
$15 choice, Amy. And I was following your rabbit lead. So we'll see how these work out. So these are going to be $15 choice. And it's going to be choice on the little mini bone china bunny families. Now, wait a minute.
There's the lag.
Oh, boy.
Wondered. All right. Miss Sandra, I see your 16. Thank you so much. All right. Let's do a countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hopping bid end. Lag, lag, lag. Yes, Parmesan is finally in his napping spot. I gave him a snack. That's probably why he's tired. That's probably why. All right. Bid end is in there from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Sandra, coming to you. Thank you so much. All right, Jason. There we go.
Right. We'll give these a try. They're going to be $15 choice, and it's going to be choice on the little bone china families. So I'll show them to you like this, and then I'll take them off the board and show them to you up close. So I do believe that the larger one in this family may have had a repair, okay? But I will say for ceramics, he does have a lot of crazing, but he still displays pretty well. And then this will be your second choice, okay? So these are your little like made in Japan bone china figurines. One of them is like a matte and one of them is like a high gloss. So this one is the high gloss. And I just measured the tallest bunny in each group. So hopefully that helps you kind of, get a feel for how big the other ones are. So this little guy, I do believe has a repair. I can't really tell, but I can kind of feel that the crazing's a little deeper than it should be around his neck. So believe it or not, this little family has blue eyes and the other family has green eyes. So $15 choice. The tallest one in this family It's 2.5 inches tall. So, and this is a sculpt I had never really seen before. Super kitschy, really cute. I love the fact that they actually made the bunny smile. So you can also see the teeth. So that is the tallest one in that group. And there's little remnants here. And I believe that probably would have said, you know, bone china made in Japan. Here is the second one, super cute, winking and waving with its little paw. And I feel like everything's getting blown out. So let me bring my light down a little bit. Maybe that helps. So this will be the second one in that first family. Super cute, pink details, blue details around the eyes. So $15 choice. Here is the other one in that first family. He's got his hands sort of there, kind of together, kind of maybe thinking about something. I don't know, but you can see the two paws are kind of held together, and you can kind of see the blue in the eyes, including the eyelashes. So that's the first family for 15. This is going to be the second family, and I'm calling it blue or green. So the first one was blue. This one is green. These are really cute. I have never seen them.
I've never seen that one. Never seen that one.
I've never seen either one of these sets. So this one is also the bone china. This one's more of a matte finish, maybe borderline bisque finish, although it's more like a satin. So there's that one. The tallest one in this group is this one right here. So the tallest is about 2¼ inches tall. So this one is with the second family. Look how cute they are with those eyes. And then here's the third one in that group. And these have no damage. The second set have no damage. The first set I speculate might, but I cannot confirm. So again, there'll be $15 choice on the bone china bunnies. Let me show you one more time. And then we'll put them down and we'll move on. So $15 choice. Thank you for letting me show them to you. Over to you, Amy.
All right. Let's see. StreamYard has changed their comments, which I'm not a big fan of. So once you click on something, it like goes away.
Oh, because I can see it's highlighted now on my end, or it goes to more of a faint.
Well, like on my end, like if I highlighted Karen's bid end, like the comment kind of like fades. I don't know how to explain it, but I don't like it.
Yeah, that's what's happening on my end. It's fading out.
Okay. I'm not a fan of it. Okay. This is going to be a little lot of items. So everything's going to come together. It's going to start at 18. Yeah, I'm not sure if it is like a new setting or if it's just a weird glitch. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Sometimes they change stuff when they do an update. I don't know. All right, so this is going to be a lot of items, and I'd never seen one of these before. Maybe some of you have. I had not. This was new to me. This is a mouse. Okay, so here is the mouse. All right, and it has this original little tag. It says, "Shh, girls, slip your rings on my tail. Hang your wristwatch and bracelets on my arms. Stick your jeweled pins on my sweater and clip your earrings on my ears. I will guard them for you during the night, and when you awake, you will know just where to find them. Pleasant dreams and a happy awakening. Sincerely yours, Mary Mouse." Have any of you seen this before? Because this was new to me. I was like, first of all, that's a great idea. Why don't they still make these? And the fact that it still had the hang tag, because had it not had the tag on it, I would have just thought that somebody made this mouse, but it's not. It is manufactured. And actually, I could find some other colorways as far as the sweater goes with the same mouse. I found him without jewelry originally. So I'm including all the jewelry with him. So he's coming with, I had to find some clip-on earrings and some fun green pearls to clip on there to show, you can also like put pierced ears. I don't see why not, to go through the felt. And then a little rhinestone stretchy kind of bracelet. So bracelets and watches were meant to go on the arm. And then I have a little brooch here with kind of some rhinestones, kind of a wreath, little brooch. And then on the tail, you had a little ring. This ring actually came out of my rings. It no longer fits me, sadly, but it has kind of like I'm not sure, kind of a citron color stone in it. I've had it some years. It's not sterling or anything like that, but all of that is going to come on Mr. Mouse. And he's weighted, so he's got like beans. He's got like, it's probably not beans. It's probably more like stand or something like that in the bottom. So he's kind of weighty. So you could really like load him up with the jewelry and he's not going to flop over. But as far as the mouse goes, he's made out of felt. The body of him, his eyes and his nose are also felt. And then he has, look at his little knitted cap, which I think is cute, with the pom-pom. So I guess like if you ran out of room on the sweater for the brooches, you could put them onto the hat. I think it was a really cute idea. I just never saw one before. Have you ever seen anything like this?
No, but it's like a play on almost like the autograph dogs. Do you know what I mean? It's that kind of like, it's a versatile
jewelry. Yeah. The only other thing that I've seen like to display or keep your jewelry on is like those ceramic dresser caddies.
Right.
You know, like the kangaroo and the wiener dog and all those other things. I just have never seen a plush one. I just thought he was really cool.
I love the color scheme. The mint.
Mary Mouse. Is his name Mary Mouse? Yeah, Mary Mouse.
All right. I'm waiting for that lag. So $20 choice. $20 choice. Wait, William's in. Hold the horses.
Hold your mouses. It's hold your mouses. Okay. Thank you, William. All right, let's do a countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. He's fun. I think he's just supposed to like go on the end of your dresser or your nightstand because it says, it says like sweet dreams. I'll hold all your jewelry for you overnight and protect it. Oh. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. So William, it's coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, let's give it a try. $20 choice. $20 choice, and it's been a while. Hello, Karen Williams. Good to see you. It's been a while since I have found any squeaks, and these were two that I had never had before. One I have, but not in the size that I have. So this one here is the first choice at $20. The rubber is very soft on both of them. This one is stamped on the bottom 1968 J.L. Prescott. So it is made by J.L. Prescott. If you love kitty cats, look at this cute little derpy face on him. He is adorable. He does have a little green mark here. I'm sure he got against something he shouldn't have. And there might be one or two little scuffs on him. But overall, he's in really, really good vintage condition. So underneath here where the front feet are, that's where it is marked. And it, like I said, it says J.L. Prescott, 1968. This little guy here, he measures about 8 inches tall by 9 inches wide. And squeaker alert, they do work. They do both work. So this will be your first choice at $20. I actually found these up at Kutztown during the Extrav. I was really excited. Look at his big old paws there on the front. There's some, airbrushing of pinks on it, but primarily he's a tan little kitty cat with those cute little eyes, and he's got himself a red little collar. It seems like that same little green mark is back here on the back, just like on the front. So, but I didn't try to remove it because a lot of times if you really get in there too much, it might take the other paint off. So this is going to be your first choice at 20. If anybody is interested, I don't know if people like squeaks anymore, but I think $20 for him. And then the second one, I had a larger one of these years ago that the head moved on the larger one. And this one is made by Edward Mobley. So I'm sure you Edward Mobley fans recognize this guy right away. He is in really good condition. Again, he has the head that does move, so you can have him sitting however you want. And he is in very good condition as well. I will say that maybe the way he was stored, maybe it does dent down a little bit here in the back. But again, there's no major cracks. Squeaker, he still works. I love the fact that Edward Mobley even went as far as to give him the details of his paws. I mean, they really didn't have to do that. So, Kathy, thank you so much. I see you're 20. We're looking for 21 or more. And again, this is going to be your second choice. And now we're looking for 21. This one measures 7.5 by 7 wide, the way he sits right here. And again, this guy here is made by Edward Mobley. His head does move. You got some pink. I'm sorry, you got some blue and some pink details. I did not over clean either of these because I didn't want to remove any paint. So I figured the new owner could do that. So let's do a countdown. You'll either claim cat or bunny or both, whichever you'd be interested in. So let's count it down, 21 or more. And we are doing just in case for active bidders. This guy's head doesn't move. I don't know if I said that. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I see Nicole in at 21. I see Wanda in at 21. Critter Girl has a 25. I see Nicole's just in case. I see Wanda's just in case. And again, it'll be choice between cat or bunny or rabbit, whatever. And we're just waiting on that bid end. I see a straight bid from Nicole at 33. Right before Karen's bid end. And Wanda, your 35 came in right after the bid end. So, but you will have backup. So Nicole, if there's any left, Nicole, let me know. Did you want cat or bunny? And that would be at 33. Wanda, you'd have backup at 32. All right, Nicole, I got you for the bunny. Wanda, I think I know what you might have been going for. So just if you can confirm, let me know if you wanted the kitty cat. And if by chance you pass, it'll go back to the next bidder. But I don't know that we'll get that far because I assume you got it. Thank you guys so much. Congratulations.
Congrats, you guys. Those are great. Great.
They were different.
I've seen that cat. Like
Right.
There's a smaller version of that cat too. But I've never run across that one out and about either. Good squeaks. All right, I have a choice round. It's going to be at 12. And I have 2 different tea bag holders. And one I've never had before. So I'll start with her. So the first choice is, this is made by Inesco. And there is a whole series called Busy Biddy. I love that series. I just don't run across the pieces very often. And I got her last year and I totally forgot about her. There would have been a series of 4 that would have come in a little box set of the tea bag holders, all different colorways. And there's also an older gentleman that would have went with the Busy Biddy series as well. Fun kitchen pieces. This is the little tea bag holder. So she is, but I like that they molded it so you can stand it up if you don't want to have it laying down. She does have a little tiny flea bite right there, but the rest of her is really good shape. And partial Inesco sticker, so the foil part has come off of it, but it has still got the outline there on the back. The other choice is by Napco. And there is also a whole series of these, the anthropomorphic fruit tea bag holders. This one is the raspberry. It's showing a little bit more brown on camera, which is weird. It's definitely more of like a purpley, like a faded purpley gray in person, but it's showing more brown. That's really interesting. And this one just has a little bit of wear in a couple spots, and there is a manufacturing flaw back here on the back. So it's not a chip right there. It's kind of like a U shape in the ceramic, like it didn't come out of the mold or something. That one also has like a partial Napco sticker on the back. This one also was molded so it can stand on its own if it didn't want to lay down, which I appreciate. So it can stand as a figurine if you don't want to use it as a tea bag holder. And so can little Miss Biddy. I'll show her standing. There we go. This is a fun series. And if the Holt Howard also did an older lady ceramic series, and they look pretty close to one another. I think there was another copycat situation there. But they look cute together. So if you look up some of the other pieces, it's a fun line. I really like it. And Jason, don't you collect Busy Biddy stuff?
Tina collects it. I collect it too, but that's
Gotcha.
Okay. If folks are listening,
right.
That's Tina's collection.
So Kathy, I saw your 12, and Carrie, I see your 13. Thank you so much. So this is for a choice. Real quick, I will give you some measurements. 3.5 by 3 for little Miss Biddy, and 4.5 by 3.5 on the raspberry. All right, so this is for choice. And let's do a countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
We collect those fruit tea bag ones by Napco, and they are not easy to find, especially the version you have that stand on their own. Not easy.
I don't know why, but it's like the raspberry that I come across.
Right.
There's an apple. I can't remember all the other ones that there are, but I think there's 4. I think there's 4. Right. Yeah. Okay. Bid end is in there from Karen. Thank you so much. All right. So Donna, I saw you come in there with a 15. MJ came in with a 17 right before Karen's bid end. So MJ, let me know if you want raspberry or Miss Biddy, or Busy Biddy, Lady, however you want to type it in. I don't know what's easier.
I like Biddy.
Biddy, Biddy.
You got it. Good old Miss Biddy.
She's got her handbag and her umbrella, and she's not messing around.
No, she ain't taking nothing from nobody.
Wait, Kim. What? What am I waiting for? Did I miss something? Oh, I'm sorry. Carrie had it just in case. That's what I missed. Thank you. Okay, Carrie Chatterson for 18. I am sorry. Sorry, I missed the just in case. So Carrie for 18. Carrie, let me know. I apologize. MJ, you get second pick then. I'm sorry. I have no excuse because I'm not sick anymore or sleep deprived. So I apologize. I just totally missed it. Okay. Carrie's going to take the raspberry. All right, you got it.
And is that raspberry wearing a beret, Amy?
Yeah, it's a raspberry beret.
Duh. That's what I thought.
Raspberry beret.
I thought so.
All right, MJ, you get second pick. And then if MJ passes, it's going to go to Donna. So Little Miss Biddy is available. And if Donna passes, it's going to go back to Kathy. Okay. So it's Parmesan's fault. Oh, MJ wanted Little Miss Biddy. Okay, you got it. Thank you so much. Yeah, we'll blame Parmesan. He's fine. We'll blame it on Parmesan.
All right, $28, Amy. And we put it out there, and I've been finding these now. So this is another George Horner tin, and I found this after the 3 that I sold a couple weeks ago. So this is one that I've never seen before, nor have I had for sale. So this one's in very good condition. It's a cute little kitschy pig in her pink little dress, and she's got her little clover there in her little paw. This one is very shiny, very clean. It does not have its original label like the other ones did. But if you're familiar with these made in England George Horner tins, then you're familiar with the size of it. You're familiar with the collectability of it. And this one looks pretty much doggone brand new. There's no major scuffs or scratches. There might be a little ripple in the back of it here if you catch it in a light, but you can even see how clean the back of it is. So since I'm not showing 2 or 3 at a time, this one I can definitely open up and let you guys see the inside so you can see what it looks like. So oink, oink, absolutely, Kim. So this is available for $28 if anybody is interested in it. It is a George Horner little candy tin. It probably, I think it had toffee in it. I'm pretty sure every time I see, didn't they have toffee in it, Amy? I'm pretty sure that's, so there's the little George Horner insignia on the side. And really, I think the tins made in England are probably the Cadillac of tins. They always had such a great feel. They always had such a great weight to them. And this one is in really good condition. You can see the great little pink flower details here on the side. If you guys aren't familiar with these, this was the design they used. They did a series of like kitschy little animals. They also did some nursery rhymes. They did all sorts of different things on these tins. So I only had learned about them a few years ago when I started working with Amy. I had never known about these tins till I'm sure I'd seen them, but I didn't know how collectible and how neat they were. So this measures 6 by 4.5. So it's 6 by 4.5. And I'll just hold it up so you can see that cute little pig, kind of a bent little snout on there. Super happy. I love the fact that it's holding the little clover in its paw. So I guess you could use this in your spring displays if you wanted to. You could definitely use it at St. Patrick's Day. So $28. These George Horner tins are super collectible. Amy, have you ever seen the piggy one before? Have you ever seen
I have seen it, but I've never found the pig one.
I was really excited because it's in really good condition. You know, when I
there
find
are I want to say that there's like at least 15 different animal ones.
There has to be. There has
to be. And then
there's
the fancy lady ones too. The like Victorian lady ones. There's a whole series of those too.
And then I am right because I thought I sold one that's like nursery rhyme, right? Didn't they do some
there's nursery rhymes too, yeah.
All right, I'm not seeing any interest. That's okay. We'll bring it back for the recap. But 28, if anybody's interested in the Horner tin. Over to you, Amy.
Okay. I have a couple plushes tonight. One did not make my preview, but I have another bunny plush. But I'm going to bring this one first. I love this.
I love him.
I love his little dangly carrot. I could not resist this. I did get this, I don't know, end of March. And it is a manufactured plush. It is not handmade. It is, what's that say? Pillow Pets. I've had not Pillow Pets, but I've had another plush by this company, Dardanelle company. It was a cat several years ago. In the very same kind of like, I don't know, kind of splotchy fur. It was a cat.
Right.
But it does have armature in the ears. I can feel armature in there, but they don't stand up. It's supposed to be kind of like I don't know. I love how his ears just kind of stick out like that. He's got felt eyes and little nose. And I couldn't actually find this rabbit. I couldn't find the rabbit, but yeah, he is kind of Cheeto orange color. He is very like bright and vibrant. He's Parmesan. He's Parmesan as a rabbit. And then I don't know. I'm pretty sure that this carrot is original to him, based on the style of felt that it is made out of. It's the same kind of felt that his other features are. I don't think that was added later on, but I just loved that he was just chomping on his big old carrot. And as far as the plush goes, he's really nice condition. There's no holes on him. I don't really see much discoloration or wear to him. Maybe a little bit on the tail, just from being kind of white. The white stuff just does tend to get a little bit discolored. But overall, he's very nice condition. Very nice condition. And I love his little dangly carrot. Measurement for Bunny. He is 9.5. So he's 9.5 this way. And then about 7 inches like to the top of his head. But yeah, there is armature in there. It does feel like wire armature. So you can kind of like, like bend it over that way. You just can't bend it like straight up. They just kind of want to go out like he's getting all the best cable channels to come in. That's kind of what this ear's that way.
I've had a few bunnies with ears like that, and I think they're really unique because, when they're in the wild and they're down like that, that's kind of the way they look,
Right. Yeah, I agree. But yeah, he does kind of look like the cheese coating that's on a Cheeto. You guys are exactly right with that.
If flamingos
like in person, that's exactly what he looks, a floppy Cheeto. That's exactly.
Well, I was going to say, if flamingos are pink because they eat shrimp, wouldn't bunnies be orange because they eat carrots? Wouldn't that make sense then? That he's that color orange?
I guess, but if he's Cheeto orange, does that mean that he's eating Cheetos?
Yeah, and he's balancing it out with carrots.
We'll bring Bunny back. All right.
I had a lot of interest in this little girl. She's going to start at $20 if anybody's interested, okay? I'm pretty sure that she's a little bee. I'm sure you could argue maybe
I was going to comment on that of those bug pixies, I've never seen the girl.
I mean, she is. I also found
fantastic.
I found her up at Kutztown. She was up in she was on a booth, and literally she was around stuff that it didn't make sense. And she was like, "Jason, you like kitsch? Would you please give me a new home?" So I'm pretty certain that she is a bee. Although I'm sure you could argue in some arenas that maybe she'd be a beetle, a moth. I'm not too sure. So. But I'm going to go with the fact that I think this cute little girl is a bee. And Karen, I do see you're 20. She is in very good condition. You can see how they detailed the eyes and the eyebrows on there. She has a cute little green bow in her hair. She's got a polka dot little apron on, and she's wearing like a almost somewhere between like a lavender and pink little top, so you can see her shoulders. She's got her cute little shoes on, and all of her paint is in remarkable condition. She is marked there on the bottom, made in Japan. Thank you. I see everybody's bids. I saw Karen in. I see Dusty in at 21, MJ in at 22. I see Tracy in at 23. So we're looking for 24 more. And then here on the back, you can see her like dusty blonde hair, and then you can see the wings. And then there's just a little bit of like, I don't want to say discoloration, but they sort of missed it right there when they painted it. So she's super cute. This is the first in this series I've ever been able to lay my hands on, and she's only 4 inches tall. So she's definitely cute to add to your bug collection. She's great for your spring displays, for your summer. And she has her little basket or her little purse in her hands, or maybe you could even envision it's a little pail in her hands if you want to. I also love that they did all the speckled little polka dots on her apron. So all of the colors that they used, they seem to have used the same little dots on the apron. So there's some greens and pinks. So Karen, I see you're 30. Thank you so much. And again, she's in very good condition, no chips or cracks. And she is made in Japan. And Amy, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure she's from the 1950s. I think she's from the 50s.
Older.
Oh, is she older than that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's the female counterpart to like the bug pixie that's like climbing out of the tree. And
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well,
she's 40s.
I was really excited to find her. She does stand on her own. She's in very good condition. So if anybody has a bid and they want to use it just in case, I'm going to start the countdown. We're looking for 31 or more. And let's count it down. I think Kim's going to be our bid ender, Desert Gal. So let's go from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. She's really stinking cute, really unique. If this is one of your first ones or adding to the collection, I don't think she's going to let you down. She's really, really cute. So thank you guys so much. I'm seeing all the just in cases. I see Dusty with a just in case of 34. Tracy with a just in case of 39. Dusty with a just in case of 59. Karen with a just in case of 40. There is our bid end. So it looks like it goes to Dusty, and it would be Dusty's for 41. Thank you guys so much. Congratulations, Dusty. And if I find any more, I'll make sure it gets to you guys. So
I know of at least 3 girl bugs.
Gotcha.
I've just never ever found any. Like I know other people that collect the bugs.
Right.
That I've seen pictures of, but I've never run across any. Acme Japan, Minx.
Gotcha.
Acme Japan. Yeah. Okay. I have, let's do a doggy item because have I done any dog things? I don't think so. I'm gonna bring this next. It's been a while since I found one of these. This is a bank, and it is a little dog house. Now, originally there would have been a little chained baby dog on a leash. And then a mama's leash would be chained to the baby down here, and then the baby up on the roof. The one baby has went off to puppy college. That's what we always say when the chained babies are gone. But this one's permanent up here, up on the roof. And this is made by UCADCO. Artmark also did some very similar to this, as did Wales Japan. But I've had this same exact one before. And they did a couple different variations of dogs and colors for the dog houses. It does have the stopper on the bottom. All right. And it does have, the hole is here on the side. Now there is a little cold paint wear to the roof, probably from putting coins in there, but the rest of the dog house is really nice shape. So a little paint loss here on the edging, but there's not really any like major chipping or anything like that. So the red and the yellow is, yeah, Cindy, yes. The red and the yellow on this piece is the cold paint. Everything else is fired on here. And I really like that they really took the time to put in the mold on this, like the wood grain for the doghouse and the knot holes and everything. Like they didn't have to do that, but I really like that. I just think this is cute. Like you can't even really tell it's a bank.
Right.
It just looks like, you know, a cute little 3-dimensional figurine. Measurement for it, 4.5 by 6 by 4. So it does have quite a bit of dimension sticking out. And then, you know, the little chain puppy that would have originally been here would look just like this one, except that he is kind of standing instead of climbing up on the roof. So yeah, really, I can't really, besides the paint loss, that's about it with it. It does have a little bit of crazing in the glaze. I think that's supposed to be like a wiener dog.
Well, and this was one of our first collections, and stop me if you already said this and I didn't hear you. The roofs come in different colors too. So
they do, yeah. And the doghouse bases come in different colors too.
So you can collect different colorways, and I think they even did 1 or 2 different dogs with this series too.
And there's at least 3 manufacturers that I know of that made banks in this very similar like mold style, and that happened a lot mid-century. Like you know, one company retired their mold or they sold it to somebody else, and then they produced it for a while and then they sold it again. A lot of that happened, but we will bring that back. Get Jason going.
All right, I'm going to change gears from ceramics, and my next item is going to start at $14. $14. I think this is a good crossover for ephemera lovers, Kewpie lovers, baby lovers, early things. And this is something that you can actually put back to use. So this is an unused, and it's a little snapshot book. But what these are really fun to use is you can still get the little tips that hold pictures and postcards. So I thought this would be a great little book or an album for somebody to take and put some of their postcards. I like to sell postcards, but I really don't sell things that you could use to display them. So I thought maybe if you buy some Kewpie postcards from Amie or some cute kitschy ones, you would want to really maybe to put this in, you know, to put them in. So there is like a little stain right here. But I do believe that this is from the 1920s or the 1930s, okay? And that is hand-painted on the front here, the little baby and the little flowers. So the snapshots is stamped on there. It has its original little string here that's like a pale blue. Minx, I see you're 14. Thank you so much. We're looking for 15 or more. And again, the little baby, you could squeak by with a fib and say that's your little Kewpie on the front, I thought. It's very Kewpie-esque, very 20s, very 30s, and it's a gorgeous little pink book. You can see where they have the grommets here on the side. There's no issues there. That's what your back looks like. So it has sort of the faux marbling effect to it. And I tried to quickly, before I offered it, count the number of pages. I can guarantee there's at least 20 pages in here. I'm feeling like there's more like 25 pages. So, and again, you guys, if you wanted to cut more pages or you were fortunate enough to find some more, all you have to do is undo the string here and add some more. You can add or delete whatever you want. So we're looking for 15 or more. The measurement of the book, it is about 8 by 5.5. So it's about 8 inches by 5.5. There's no weird smells like sometimes, you know, paper can get like a musty smell to it. Actually smells like it's brand new. So this was probably in somebody's hope chest and they probably just never used it. At least that's my belief on how these things are still here in such good condition. So 15 or more, let's do a countdown. We are doing just in case for active bidders on the fun little snapshots book, new old stock, probably from the 20s or the 30s, okay? 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I did try to remove that stain a little bit, but it did not want to come up. Maybe if the new owner wants to scrub a little harder, they can. But I don't really think it deterred it too much because I think that would look cute in your collection. So there's the bid end. Thank you so much, Karen G. Minx. Congratulations, Minx. It's coming to you.
Congratulations. All right. It's 9 o'clock. So here's my reminder to refresh. Refresh. If you haven't done so in a while, always good to do that. Usually I forget at the top of the hour. So I saw it's right on the dot, 9 o'clock. So that was my reminder. Okay, I have a quick claim round. So I'm going to do that next. And so I'm going to show it to you, and then I will, if you want to, I will tell you the price, and then I will tell you a letter to type in. All right, if you want to claim this. And you usually don't bring glass. You guys know this. Usually it's Jason that brings the glass. But I saw this. I got this over the weekend. I thought it was very pretty. It is a dresser jar or a powder jar, either one. I have seen this jar before. Usually it's green malachite in the same exact pattern. I've also seen it in purple slag glass. It kind of has a bow and fruit kind of pattern, but it has this really like vibrant, I don't know, carnival effect. It does have some scratching, FYI, on the lid. It does have some scratching on the top of it, but the base of it is clear glass. It does have a foil sticker. I really couldn't find this. I can't really tell you a whole lot about it. But it does say handmade Bohemia, Czechoslovakia glass. It's very hardy, like heavy, but it is clear. And then kind of the treatment is on the top of the lid. It looks like it kind of had a little overspray to go over the top of it. There's no chips on it. All right, so this is going to be $20. All right, I actually couldn't find one that looked like this out there anywhere. This is going to be $20, and the letter to claim, if you are interested in it, it's going to be letter J for jar. I'd make it easy, not make it too complicated. But yeah, in person, like it has a really nice color shift to it. So letter J, $20. If anybody wants to claim that. I see Renee. Renee, you got it. Thank you so much.
All right. $24. If anybody is interested, I have a fun little family of Joseph originals. It is the fun little hippo.
Oh my gosh.
Family.
I've never seen the babies.
So Mama Hippo is very proud of her two little lazy babies that are zonking out, kind of laying there on all four. Tina is here, 24. There's minimal paint wear, but there's no damage to them. So let me take them off here and show them to you up close. So just one of these alone, I think, is stinking cute. So here's Mama Hippo. I guess it's something that happens in the wild. I guess hippos have a tendency to have birds nest on them. It's always been something I've seen.
I've seen like them riding, but I don't think I've ever seen like them build a nest.
Right.
Like,
well, Mama has her little nest with her babies, and they're on her head. So, and she has her little Joseph original sticker. And like I said, Mama's super proud of her babies. She has her little Japan sticker on the bottom. And again, no chips or cracks to any of these. All right. Mama measures about 3 inches tall by 3 inches wide. These are that satin kind of matte finish. They're not bisque. And you know, Amy loves a good Joseph. I do too. So, and these little figurines don't disappoint from the cuteness or the kitschness level. So there's Mama. So you're going to get her. Let's spin her around so you see what she looks like. Again, no chips or cracks. And then the two babies, they're similar, but one baby, they look the same, but one baby is just a little bit bigger. So honestly, this is the true set. One baby is a little wider than the other. So this little baby's got the little green polka dot bow, and on some of the corners, there is a little bit of paint wear. So the way they painted these, they painted over top the base color. So you'll see a little brown coming through on this one. So she's sticking her tongue out. She's exhausted. She's had a day. You can see her little Joseph tag there. And roughly both babies are about 1.25 inches by about 3 inches wide. She has her Joseph sticker on the bottom. And I'll hold them up here so maybe you can see that this one is a little bit, this one is bigger than this one. So it is a true set. When you get them in person, you'll be able to see that one of the babies is bigger or smaller than the other. So this little baby has her little bow hanging down, like the little tassel parts are hanging down. They're so exhausted they can't even move them. There she is, cute little rhino butt right there. And then she has what remains of her little Japan sticker on the bottom. So let's go ahead and do a countdown on them. I think everybody says you should have a house hippo for good luck. So these could be your little trio of hippos. And again, They're made by Joseph Original. So we're looking for 25 or more. Let's count them down. We are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And again, you're getting all three of them. They're part of the little series. You know, they made ostriches. They made all sorts of different animals. And I think they even made a few more hippos. Perry got in there with a 27. Thank you, Perry. But Tina had a just in case. So Nicole got in there after the bid end with a 29. Nicole got in after with a 40. And guys, don't hesitate if if you want to refresh. So it looks like Tina with third, just in case. So 28. So 28 is going to Tina. Sorry, all those numbers on my phone. So Tina gets it for 28. Thank you all for the bids. Thank you so much.
All right. Yeah. Don't forget, Nikki, I think you need a refresh.
Please.
Both of yours came in quite a bit after the bid end. Okay. I have a micro mosaic for my next round. This is, I haven't found a really good antique one in some years. This is a nice old one. Usually the ones I have are mid-century. This one is antique. This one's early 1900s. And the way that you can tell the difference, I wish I had a newer one to put next to it so you could really see. But with these early 1900s ones, the glass tiles are the teeniest, tiniest things ever. This brooch is not very big at all. The tiles on this, it's kind of much easier to see in person as far as how teeny tiny they are, and the settings and the clasp. It's just based on the wear and the patina. I can usually tell the difference right away, especially side by side. This one does have like the safety pin kind of clasp on the back. It is marked really teeny tiny. It's underneath my clasp here. Oh no, let's see. Let's really test this camera out here. It does say made in Italy, really teeny tiny on the back there. It does have a little patina, FYI, underneath the clasp there, but the setting really doesn't have a whole lot of wear to it. But the tiles on this thing, oh my goodness. Micro mini. I apologize for my fingernails right now, but I really wanted you to see there's no missing tiles as far as I can tell. And these are all teeny, teeny, tiny little tiles of cut glass. I have no idea how they cut these teeny little flowers, and they all have little petals. I have no idea how they cut those. There's YouTube videos that you can go check out. They still are made today. I don't know how they do that, but they have teeny little things to just nick out the little, but these really old ones, they just don't look like this anymore. The new ones that are produced don't look like this. And I like this kind of how this one is shaped, and measurement for this one. It's 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 by 3/4. So if you can imagine how teeny tiny the tiniest little tile is in there, I don't know, millimeters, really tiny. And then they're all set with some kind of cement in between all the little tiles. I can't tell that there's any missing. It does not look like it. Usually I don't pick them up if they have missing tiles in them. But it is nice and colorful. Orange, blue, red, lighter blue, white, a little bit of green, and it has kind of a goldy tone setting. Okay, so that's kind of the colors I can see in it. KP, I see you in there. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's definitely a different shape. And they did like different kind of shapes besides round, especially these older ones. You can also find in some different shapes as well. More bar style, this elongated torpedo kind of style. There's hearts, all sorts of stuff. All right, let's do a countdown looking for 21 or more. 20. Wow, I can't count today. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
I take a week off, Amy, and you got rusty on me. You got rusty.
Yeah, like my brain just totally blanked out. Like, what comes after 20? Okay, here's a dime. Like,
That's beautiful.
I mean,
And the
yeah, when you
shape
get
on
in person, these are just fascinating. I don't know. I just love the artistry in these. Like, I could never do that. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, KP coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, this set's going to start at $34. So $34, this is my other set of Joseph Originals, and this is the first time I've ever had the full family of the owls, okay?
Oh, the whole family.
So you're going to get the whole family for $34 if anybody is interested. There is no damage on them whatsoever, and most of them, I think all of them still have their stickers, but I'll verify in a moment. So here's the first one, and usually the first one I always say it's the dad. It doesn't have to be. That's just what I always say. So here's your larger one, possibly your daddy one. So it's the cute little Joseph owl in very good condition. It has its Japan sticker on the bottom right there. And I'll spin them around so you can see. These pair well if you guys have like the Sears, oh gosh, some of the owl things that they did, like some of the kitchenware stuff, some of the, it wasn't Sears, I think it's Napco did some of the different kitchen stuff or different owl figurines. I think, didn't they do like the instant coffee that had the eyes like this that looked like flowers around the outside?
The Norcrest owls? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, the Norcrest. Well, I guess this would pair better with your Norcrest, but I thought that there was like a kitchen series that Napco did. It wasn't as painted as this, but the eyes and the sculpt kind of look the same.
Joseph did an owl set, kitchen set.
Did they? Then that could be what I'm thinking of. So 34, you're going to get all 4 of them, and this is your larger one. This one measures 4 inches tall. So that's 4 inches tall, and these, again, just like the hippos, are that matte finish, and the owls are a little harder to find. So that's your first one, and 34 for all 3. Here is the middle-sized one, so I always call that the mama one. She or it is in super good condition. No chips or cracks, and they're all different sculpts, standing different ways. There's what the back looks like, and she has her little Japan sticker on the bottom. She measures about 3.5 inches tall, so let me hold her here so you can see her. And then here is the larger one together. So there is just about a 1/2 inch difference in the two. So really cute. Owls are fun mid-century pieces. They're fun kitschy pieces. These are even fun in the upcoming months to work into your fall decor. So then here's your little baby one. And this one is super happy. He's just
I love that one.
Talking away with his eyes closed. He's just the happiest. And he's 1.5 inches tall. And he has his little Japan sticker on the bottom. So I was just fortunate that I had 2 different sets. I got them at 2 different times. We found the hippos a few months ago, and then I found these over the Extrav. So $34 on these. I see you, Dana. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 35 or more. No chips or cracks. No real issues to report. They're just stinking cute. They're looking for a home, and I think they're going to look great. They're even great at Halloween. Like if you could get the little witch caps maybe, and then on their little ears there, you could pop them on. So let's count them down. 35 or more. Dana's holding them. Active bidders can use it just in case. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. That mom's kind of like rolling her eyes at him. She's like, you think you know. And then the baby looks like he was tapping his little foot there. So I do see Dana's just in case, but you didn't need a friend.
He's dancing, that little guy.
He is getting into it. Yeah, he's walking, man. So thank you.
Bobbing and weaving.
Absolutely.
Right. I love those. I've never found the whole set of those either. It's usually just the big one or the tiny one, but I like that you had them all together. Very cute. Congrats, Dana. Okay. I've never run across this before. I've had other string holder critters, but I've never had the rabbit, and I love him. And when I originally found this rabbit, also in my collector's carnival video, he didn't have scissors that came with him, nor did he have string. I just put I have lots of different colors of baker's twine. So I just put a little ball of baker's twine so you could see that it's a string holder or a twine holder, whatever you want to put in there. But that's why the hole is there, is to hold the scissors. So I did have a vintage pair of scissors already. So they're not sterling silver or anything like that, but I'm including the scissors. So these are embroidery scissors, but really nice. They do have kind of a little ornate kind of flower pattern on where you hold the scissors. But that's why he has the little hole in there, so that because I'm not holding it straight. That's fine.
There you go.
So when it's hanging on the wall, the scissors will stay in there, but me holding it right now, it doesn't. I thought I put in the start bit, did I not? Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
36. There we go. So the scissors then turn into like the bunny's glasses.
Yeah,
it's really cute. I do not know. I'm going to take the scissors out so they don't fall out again. I do not know the manufacturer for this bunny. I actually could not find a manufacturer. I looked my darndest and couldn't find it. But there's no kind of damage or anything with the bunny. So there's no chipping. There is some crazing in the glaze, and everything is fired on there, so there's no cold paint you have to worry about. But just the cutest rabbit. I just love the face, and I love the eyelashes and everything with the rabbit. So this could either hang in your kitchen, and you could put baker's twine on it, to truss your turkey or whatever, or you could put it in your sewing room if you wanted to put it in there. That's where I would probably, if I had a string holder, I would put it in my sewing room for crafting. Or you could wrap, if you wrap twine on your packages, that sort of thing, that's a perfect thing to use it for too. Perry, I see you. Thank you so much. Chrissy, I see you as well. Hey, John, good to see you. So measurement for bunny, the 7 inches tall and about 4.5 at the widest point. So overall good condition, just a little bit of crazing in the glaze. It does have a notch on the back, so you could hang it on a nail. I would probably add some extra security at the bottom if it were me hanging it and be pulling twine out of its mouth. I would probably add another nail, even maybe some command strips on the back of the ears, just so it's really secure if you do intend to actually use it. Okay, so let's do a countdown looking for 39 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bedtime. Kind of looks like he's eating spaghetti.
He also looks very English. Like, what is that?
He does.
English? Yeah, very starts
like
with a B.
Potter kind of.
That's
bunny.
it. That's it. He looks very Beatrice Potter.
I agree. So if you had a body, he would have a little waistcoat. That's what we're saying. Yes. Okay. Before the bid end, Chrissy, bunny is hopping your way. Thank you so much.
All right. And hello, John. Good to see you, friend. $15, Amy. $15. And I'm going to call this a desk caddy. I don't know what you want to use it for. It's kitsch. You really don't need to use it for anything. You can just put it in your display and enjoy it. So this is a fun little pixie, and I'll explain to you why I think you could use it as a desk caddy. You maybe even be able to use it as a dresser caddy. But this is from the 1950s or the 1960s. It is our little pixie friend sitting there. He has some fun ginger, like red style hair. He's got a little mushroom behind him, and he's got a little bunny poking out down there at the bottom. He's getting blown out, but I'll show you in a minute. It's made by an artist, and this same artist made kitschy ceramics. I actually had a perfume bottle years ago made by him. It's an Earl Bernard. So it's stamped on the bottom, Earl Bernard. He made some very abstract ceramics, not quite as abstract as Holt Howard did, but they were just very, very different and unique. It's kind of like if Christ and Holt Howard had a baby, it would be what he creates. It has that weird.
I think I've had a music box.
Gotcha.
By him, I'm pretty sure.
So we'll start with little pixie friend here. He actually has almost like his little like Cub style, maybe little Peter Pan style hat on. You see there. He's dressed in blue. He's got red hair, green eyes. He's holding his little basket. So you could put maybe some paper clips in there if you want. Little mushroom friend is open. Every version I've found of this, there was no cap on it or no rhyme or reason. They just called it a figurine. So I was thinking you could put things, from the desk in there, maybe put your big eraser in there, maybe put some push pins, and then the little hole here, these will be coming up later. I have some of these vintage pencils. A pencil does actually fit in there. So if you wanted to, you know, put that and use it as a little desk caddy, you could. So, and then he's also got his little friend Bunny popping out of like the little bunny hole down there.
Oh yeah, those really fancy like chalkware composition ceramic like lady lipstick holders and pincushion girls. I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And I've actually had by this same person, the Earl Bernard. He made these weird little perfume bottles. It was like a little guy with a mustache. I think, Amy, you sold them a couple years ago, and they have little dabbers where their neck is, and they're like little perfumes. So this figurine measures about 6 inches tall, roughly about 5 inches wide. So I saw everybody's bids in there. Thank you, Minx. I see Christopher. I see MJ. We see Minx, and Minx is back at 18. So we're looking for 19 or more. So here he is again. He has green eyes. The red is actual cold paint, so there might be just a little wear to it, but overall good condition. He's flesh tone. He's got his little legs crisscrossed there. He has, oh, you're right, Tracy, could be a bookend as well. And he's got like his little basket there in his hand. And again, it's just a super cool figurine. He's kind of like on a hillside with a big old mushroom behind him. So let's start a countdown. We're looking for 19 or more. Active bidders can use it just in case. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. You're exactly right, Gnarly. Judy, you're right. You could use that as an inkwell if you want. All sorts of different things. Heck, you could put jelly beans in there at Easter time in his little basket. Just a fun, different, kitschy figurine.
I've never seen that.
It's super unique. And all the ones I found online, they had extensive paint wear. He has a lot of his paint left. So there's the bid end. Thank you, Karen G. So Christopher had a just in case of 25, but Minx had a just in case of 26. So Minx, it's yours for 26. Thank you all so much.
Congratulations. All right. I have a choice round as well, and it's going to be a choice at 10 for pair. So there's two different choices of pairs of vintage greeting cards. So these were fun to pair together. I'm starting to realize I need to pare down on my greeting cards because I have so many, but I can't help but pick them up because I love the graphics on them. So the first pair is going to be pair of bunnies. Okay, so pair of bunny cards. And they're both like different manufacturers. So this one is a tent card. So Bunny's chomping on some candy cane sticks. And it is a birthday card. It's not a Christmas card. But it does have the easel. So you can, stick it in there and then it becomes its own tent. All right. And it does have graphics on the back, but he's really into his candy sticks, not carrots. He's into his candy sticks. It has been signed, on the inside. Okay. So what does that say? Ratty? I can't read the signature on it, but that's Bunny. I don't know the manufacturer on this one. It just says made in the USA, but I don't know who made this one. It's not flocked or anything. So first card in that lot. Second card is a Norcross, which I love Norcross cards. This one is also a birthday. And Bunny's got a big old cake on her head, covered with glitter, like you do. It is a Norcross. All right. This one's also been signed with love on the inside. So those are the bunny pair. All right. Bunny pair for 10. And then the other pair is birds. Two different kinds of birds. The first one is a Hallmark, 1950s Hallmark, little red bird. And she's got a little feather up in her hat. Also a birthday card. So this one also has been signed on the inside. So that is Hallmark card. I love their old Hallmark before they changed it. And then the other card in the bird lot is a fold-out card. I'm a big fan of these. This is the Forget-Me-Not card. Your birthday. Well, if you don't think, I hope it's just Ducky. And then it folds up here.
So cute.
Use quacked, but it folds out. I think it folds out again. Hang on. Does it? No, it doesn't. That's it. So that's the inside.
Oh my
Is
God.
quacked. Love that. Love
the
the
crazy
duck
eyes.
graphic. Love the duck graphics. So those are the 2 birdie cards or the 2 bunny cards. Can't get over the graphics. I know. I can't
That's
resist.
funny.
I cannot resist a bin of greeting cards. Mama Pam wishes I would, but yeah.
Minx, I'm with you. I feel quacked myself. I do too. So
Oh,
William's in there at 10.
all right, William. I see you. All right. Let's do a countdown. Yeah. Okay. So pair of bunnies or pair of birds. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good on. Gail, I see your 10 as well. We're looking for 11.
That bunny with the peppermint is a great crossover between Easter and Christmas.
I know. Easter, Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
could work with Sweet Shop, could do a whole lot of things. All right, William, I see you're just in case. There's the bid end from Karen. All right, William. So Gail, you get second pick. So William, let me know if you have bunnies or birds. I have no idea. Bunnies or birds? Or both?
Oh, that bunny. I love that bunny.
They're good.
You're quacked. That's funny too.
You're correct. I love that duck card. Peppermint. Okay. All right, Gail, let me know. Gail, let me know if you like the bird lot. And William, I saw you wanted the other one. Okay. So I can just watch the chat. Thank you both.
All right. I'm going to try it. Maybe somebody's interested in some glass here tonight. This is going to start at $50. And if you guys know the deep cut glass that was made out of Czechoslovakia, you'll know and appreciate that $50 is a really good price on this. So, and my best guess, this is probably from the late 40s, 50s, or somewhere in the 1960s. So a lot of folks call this cut to clear, but this is a deep cut cranberry, okay? And I do believe that this is a true cranberry. I don't believe that that is flashed, because if it was, it would be cut to clear. So you can see it's a gorgeous cranberry Czechoslovakian vase with some hand painting details. So first of all, I'll give you the height, and then I'll show you all the different panels, and we'll show you how good of condition this is in. So it's 5.5 inches tall, and then diameter, it's 3.5 wide. So usually these cut cranberry vases, they can sell between $90+ in a brick and mortar or online. So you can see the great metallic gold paint that they used. You can see the details on each one of the panels. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate you. This is it's a really good price if you want a piece of Czech glass. So you can see where these are the cut panels on the cranberry, and then the bottom here, these windows are the cut to clear. So all of the metallic paint, all of the gold paint is present. There is no paint wear whatsoever. Each one of these panels, you can see it's actually raised thicker paint. That is all hand painting details over in Czechoslovakia with all 3 flowers there. No chips whatsoever. There's no paint wear whatsoever. Sometimes if these aren't well taken care of, sometimes people can chip the paint off or damage it. Look at the sort of mid-century style squiggles, almost like a coral relief sort of design here in the center. And it is all that same gold paint. In some lights, it almost has like a copper effect to it because of the cranberry reflecting through it. And then here's your third and final panel on that side. So the bottom you can see is clear. It is cased glass. It does have some other caned glass on the outside, so you can see where the thickness of the white is, and then they cut it so you could see through each one of those panels. So here's the inside. The inside is very clean. There's no sickness to it. There's no haze to it. There's not even any wear around here to the top. And again, I know on our lives over here, it can be risky bringing glass. I know some folks may not be into the glass, but if you're looking for a very affordable, very underpriced piece of Czechoslovakian glass from the mid-century, this would be your opportunity to have one and $50 is a deal on this. Again, it measures 5.5 inches tall, and it measures about 3.5 in diameter. So again, there is the cranberry. Here is your cut to clear part down here on the bottom. You can actually see up in through. It's just a very heavy, stately, gorgeous, gorgeous piece of glass. This was, I think, Czechoslovakians' attempt to compete with the Murano market, and I think they did a very good job. I guess for a better explanation, both European-style glass people. So foreign glass at its best, and my best guess, maybe someone else would know in the chat, I would say it's somewhere from the 40s to the 1960s, probably post-war in through the 60s. So again, it's a very classy statement piece. It has the gold details, absolutely no wear to it. There's no chips to it. There's no inclusions whatsoever. It's just an awesome piece of glass. And you can see how the light from my ring light cascades down through the center there. If you were to have this on a window somewhere, you know, by the light to come through, the light will pierce through it, and it's just beautiful. So look at how the light glistens off. That's why they had cut glass years ago. Because they did not have colored glass, the cuts actually made the glass glisten and gave it detail. So
isn't there candlesticks that have like hanging crystals that match?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. And some of the most finest hand-painted glass and cut glass has come out of Czechoslovakia. So they're very known for this style of glass. So if you were to, you know, really want a good example of cut to clear or cut to whatever color it is, you want a piece of Czech glass. But again, I tried glass. We'll bring it back for the recap, and y'all can go research it over on eBay. Don't leave us. You can research it.
I've seen some of those candlesticks.
And
I've seen some of the candlesticks that match that are hundreds of dollars.
Yes.
Yeah. I've filmed them a couple times. All right. I have my bunny plush that didn't make my preview. And here he is. He's not a Stife, FYI. He is made to look like Stife, but he's made in Japan. Okay, he is, but he is very nice condition. Very, very nice and clean. Probably the nicest condition of this style bunny that I have found. And he does have airbrush details, so he even has some in the inside of his ear. So we have wool felt on the inside of his ear. He is not mohair. He is just really nice, soft plush. He does have the embroidered nose, very similar. So there is a rabbit that looks pretty identical to this that is Stife. And right down here is where the tiny little Japan tag would have been that somebody did cut off. And of course, there's not going to be any kind of hole where there would be an ear tag because it's not Stife. But I think they were trying to copy the Stife bunny. Wouldn't be the first time. There's a couple different companies that were pretty into copying Stife's designs. It has plastic eyes. Actually, no, I am wrong. These are glass. These are glass eyes in here. It's very cold to the touch. That's why I retracted my plastic. Yeah, those are glass eyes in the bunny. He's got fuzzy cheeks, and his little plastic whiskers are still really good. And then airbrushed little paws, fuzzy tummy, very nicely made. And then he's got his little fluffy bunny tail on the back, just super clean, really nice condition, no holes or anything with him. There is the bottom again. So tall, he is 10 inches tall. 10 inches tall. He doesn't have wire armature or anything, so his ears were not meant to stand up. They were meant to be a floppy ear bunny, if you would. So 10 inches tall, about 5.5 at his widest little haunches. He does sit up really nice. Really nice. There he is, sitting.
Oh, I love him. And he would fit in with your Beatrix Potter collection too. He's got the same kind of look.
Yeah. And there is the Japan company that made him. He's made by Easter Unlimited. I didn't mention that. Easter Unlimited is who made this guy. And there was a couple other companies that made like Stife style plushies, but there is a smaller one about half his size that matches with him. I don't know. I can't help but pick up the plushies. I just have a really soft spot for them. Yeah,
That's a fine quality one too.
I love
He looks
them.
like
Well, of course, like, you know, he has the look of Stife, but if,
right,
you know, he's not $100 Stife rabbit.
right.
So yeah. Oh, moose, moose, moose. All right. Lag. I forget the lag is like terrible. All right. Let's do a countdown. Thank you, Dusty. So we're looking for 25 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Buddy bid end. I just got a really, can you see this back here? Really fabulous deer. He's kind of Christmassy though. Okay. There is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right. Moose. Bunny is going to have some friends. Thank you so much.
All right, I'm going to follow your plush with my plush, and mine has to start. It's going to start at $30 if anybody's interested. $30 if anybody's interested. This little kitty cat was made in Italy, and it still has its original sticker, so that's why I know that it was made in Italy. If you're looking for a kitschy little black cat for Easter, for Halloween, or if you're just looking for a fun little vintage black cat plushie, I think this would be for you. So there might be a little bit of wear to the plush here on the chops. I'll call it the chops on the face of the little kitty cat. The kitty cat has its little whiskers still, so hopefully you can see them. Great mid-century cat eyes. And actually in person, I don't know if it's reading on screen, there's green around here. So let's get in there so you can see the green around the eyes. Okay, minimal wear. There is a little bit of fading here to the pink in the ears, okay? But little kitty cat does have the pink on the inside of the ears. Super cute double collar, which I love. A double collar, which I love. So the collar's sewn in. So I couldn't find any examples that anything was missing. So those collars can't be moved. They are sewn in. So it's a super large, super kitschy cat. And we'll see if it shows here. It has its made in Italy sticker there on the bottom. So in the past, I've had one or two tiny little plushies with the same sticker on the bottom that Tina's had in her collection. So someone didn't put that on. So black cat, $30 if anybody is interested, in very good condition, very 1950s. I think if I recall, and somebody tell me in the chat, I think Laverne and Shirley had a cat that kind of resembled this on her bed. So correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if Wanda is still here. So $30 on the black cat. It measures a whopping 15 inches tall. So it's 15 inches tall from the top to the bottom. And I can kind of feel that there's wire in the legs, okay? And there is wire in the tail. But I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know that I would go bending it. I would be afraid that it would poke through. And it is a harder plush, and there is not sawdust on the inside. So it's that harder, sort of stiff style plush that's on the inside of it. So 15 inches tall. It roughly measures, it is a boo-boo cat. It is, absolutely. It's definitely a very kitschy Halloween style black cat. So, and it's about 9.5 inches wide. So kitty cat is in superb condition, and the nose is kind of like an off pink, just a little bit of an off pink, but definitely a unique mid-century kitty cat. There you can see the feet. It was blending in with my shirt. So there are the feet. It does stand on its own, really, really cute. It's a nice, large, stately mid-century kitty cat. And again, like I said, the eyes have like a green around the outside, definitely that mid-century cat eye. There might be a little wear to the plush here. You can see maybe that's a little thinner than it should be, but I do respect the fact that she or they have all of their whiskers still remaining. So, and you can feel, like I said, let me give a minute here to double check. You can feel that there's wire in there, but again, I don't know that I would go moving or trying to bend that tail. And I would kind of keep the legs the way they are so it's going to stand on its own. So again, $30 on, probably from the 1950s, I would say. 1950s. It is made in Italy. It is a very unique one. I couldn't find any other examples online. So if you're looking for a cool black cat, to add to your plush collection. I think it would look really, really cute. So we will bring it back in the recap. And over to you, Amy.
Okay. I've never seen a cat like that. It's like the giant poodles.
It is. And it's really, the camera's not doing it justice. So okay, it's cute.
All right. I have a pair. Parmesan, what are you doing? He's playing on the door. I don't know why. Okay. I have a pair of Joseph mice. So these are going to come together. I'm pretty sure they've been together a really long time. So that's why I'm going to keep them as a pair. And I think they go well together, although there's hundreds of these. There's hundreds of these little Joseph mice. And I like that. Like, it kind of looks like she has maybe brought him a flower and then he has brought her a giant chunk of cheese, which, you know, I can appreciate that. If somebody brought me a giant chunk of cheese, I'd look just like that too. So these are Joseph's. So one has a foil sticker, one doesn't. She has like kind of the outline of where it was, but there's no chipping to either one. Karen, I see you. Thank you so much. Karen knows all about the cheese. We don't have to tell her about the cheese. And I would say overall, like, there's not any chipping or anything. The like yellow paint on the cheese, that's kind of, I've had this one before. And that's kind of how the paint is, more like translucent is the best way I can put that. But that is cold paint. And same with her little flower. That's also cold painted. But not really much scratching going on either one of them. They do kind of look like the Lefton mice too. Yeah, they do kind of, they would go coordinate with them. But my gosh, there's so many of these little guys doing different things, different occupations, and there's Christmas ones and all sorts of stuff. I love these Joseph mice. Jason and I really like the Joseph critters. All right. Measurement for these guys, they are the one with the cheese is a little bit bigger, 2.5 by 2.5, and then the flower gal is 2 by 2.5. Okay, so they're coming together. I couldn't split them up, so let's do. We're looking for 17 or more. Let's do a countdown: 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, a bid end. I don't know what he was doing. And now he's gone again. Oh, they would be cute on a charcuterie board. Kim. Yes. All right. There is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right. Miss Karen Williams, they are coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $15, and you're going to get all 3 of these books. I actually purchased these from Nancy's booth the other week. So you're going to get all 3 of these kitschy books. They are unused. They are coloring books. They were actually promos that were given away from a bank, Shillington Savings and Loan Company. So they were probably little giveaways for youngsters if they opened probably their first savings account or something like that. So you will get all 3 of them. There are 1 or 2 pages in the bunny book that have a bend on them, but again, they're unused. There is from the Southfield Printing Company, and these are probably from the 1950s. So all 3 of them for $15. I'll show you some cool graphics here that are on the inside in just a moment. Each book measures about 5.5 inches wide by 8 inches long. And then each one also is a little storybook. So not only is it a little coloring book, but it is a little storybook as well. So the first one, of course, we do love a good bunny. This would be good at Easter time, or pop it in with your Easter bunnies. I love the kitty cat on the back. And again, like I told you, each one came from the little savings and loan. So here's what the inside looks like. And again, these are unused. These are fun to repurpose. They're fun to print out some of the graphics, like this incredible little grasshopper who is playing his fiddle. So this would be really fun if you wanted to maybe scan it into your computer and do something with it. Maybe you want to scan it and maybe add color and actually frame it. But again, there is a whole story in here. Here you have little chipmunk friend. That's one of the pages that seems to have a little turn. Like the one page has a little bend in it, but the graphic is still cute. You can't get much better than a kitschy little chipmunk. So this is your first one. It's not on choice. You're going to get all 5. You're going to get all 3 books for the 15. So it is your bunny book. So here is little bunny friend here with the little flower. He kind of looks like he's taking a shower with the little flower behind him. It almost looks like a shower nozzle. And it says, Bunny lived in a hollow tree in Carrot Town. So there is his little house there in Carrot Town. And like I said, it's a fun little adventure with the little bunny in it. And then some of the other characters are in here. Like we have our little pig friend. We have our little bird friend. It's tired of hearing her little chickies, her little peeps, her little baby birds singing to her. So that'll be the first one in your lot for 15. I thought this would be really fun in the upcoming summer. Yes, it is preschool, but I think it's fun to do ice cream displays as we head into summer. You know, we don't always know what to, display. So that would be good in somebody's Christmas display. Karen, they measure, the books are about 5.5 inches wide, and then they're about 8 inches tall. So they're about 8 inches from top to bottom and about 5.5 across. So if you were going to frame them, you'd probably need, I don't know, an 8x10 is going to be too big. I'm sure you could, if you wanted to frame some of them, you could get a mat around it to fit into the frame a little bit better. The graphics on them are great. Again, each one on the back has almost like the little cat. The cat's almost warning you, you better save, you better save. So this one, there are clowns in this one, which I won't show you, but it's a little preschool coloring book, but it was based upon like the circus. It's teaching you some of your fruits and your vegetables. We will skip the clown page, but it's showing you all different things and teaching you little things like boats and little kitty cats and stuff like that. So that one's all very elementary and some realistic graphics like what a squirrel or an owl looks like. So again, I like them more so just for the graphics on the front. I think they look really fun and kitschy, so you get those two. And this one's really fun too. I don't find a lot of things about Henny Penny. So this is a fun little coloring book about Henny Penny.
Cute.
Again, this is fun if you collect nursery rhyme things. Maybe you collect roosters and hens. That might go well with that. And if you're familiar with the story of Henny Penny, it continues and it's here on the inside. Again, none of these are used, and I do believe these are probably from the 1950s or even maybe the 1960s. So it is a little story here of Henny Penny. So again, you get not only a coloring book, but I love the fact that some of these cross over into, reading books. So, as soon as the chicks go out, Henny Penny begins to put the house in order. So there's little Henny Penny putting the house in order as all the little chicks head out for the day. She makes herself some tea. Henny Penny gets ready to go to market. So I think at some point we're going to find out that maybe she thinks the sky's falling. I think that's usually what happens. That's one of my favorite Golden Girl episodes, by the way. Just sharing when they reenact the Henny Penny. So here she goes, goodness Christ, Henny Penny, the sky is falling, because a little acorn clocked her on the top of her cute little head. And then, of course, you have all the other characters in the farm. Kitty cat, you have the little chicks that are getting into trouble. So again, the graphics are fun. $15 for all 3. I think those are timeless, fun little graphics. They actually
make the chicken. She's wearing a little cherries apron. I love that.
They actually make salt and pepper shakers that mimic some of these. Look at the primary colors that they used up there on top, the yellows, the orange, the reds. The graphics are just timeless. And again, these are fun to frame. Throughout the years of doing these lives, these have always been very popular. These graphics, you just don't find them on today's. So again, just to recap, 15 for all 3. They're from the Southfield Publishing Company. You're going to get the Henny Penny. You're going to get, and it's not on choice, it's all 3 of them. You're going to get the preschool coloring book with the 2 little kids there. She's sharing some of her ice cream with their little puppy friend.
So cute.
Super cute. And then my personal favorite, which would be good at Easter time or with your bunnies, is going to be the cute little bunny book. But no interest. Over to you, Amy.
Okay, I have got some salt and pepper shakers. I know they just don't make graphics like that anymore. No. I agree with that, Karen. Okay, I have some salt and pepper shakers. These I'm not sure the manufacturer for these, actually. I thought they were Enesco, but I don't think that they are. I'm not sure.
They're Norcrest.
What?
I'm pretty certain they're Norcrest.
That was what I was leaning toward based on, because Enesco would never use that blue Japan sticker. So that was probably Norcrest, as usually has used that in the past. But little poodles. So one says, "I'm a peppery poodle," and the other one says, "Salt of the earth." I think that's so cute. I love their little signs. And they both have cork stoppers on the bottom. Both still have those intact, or maybe they were replaced. I'm not sure. But this one does have numbering on the bottom, which usually when I see that means that they were probably part of somebody's large salt and pepper shaker collection. It looks like it says to me 9,713 or maybe 973. Not quite sure. But usually when I've had shakers from large collections in the past, they do have some sort of numbering system on the bottom, so they knew. Not from the lady that had the 14,000 pairs that I've had some in the past. I can't remember where I bought these, actually, but they didn't come from that lady's collection. These came from another state. The ladies' collection here was here in Michigan, but these came from a different state. I think I got these in Indiana. I cannot remember. But they do both have little tiny, well, I guess they're like tied around their neck and kind of tied in a bow in the back. I really liked these. Jason, I'm sure you have these. Do you guys have these?
No, we don't. I've sold them before, but boy, I will say though, they're the hard one to find in that series. Like they did a series of them and you never find the poodle ones.
That all have the little sign in the front.
Mm-hmm. If you start with those, you've already knocked out the hardest one to find. So,
measurement for them, they are 3 1/4 by 2 3/4. Otherwise, I think that they're good shape. There's no cold paint on these guys. Everything is fired on, as far as I can tell. For them, I'm a peppery poodle. Can you imagine using these at your table? Pass me the peppery poodle. One does have 3 holes and one does have 2 holes. We were talking about this at a store that we were at over the weekend. I got some little snail shakers, and she was like, "I can't even imagine using these at the table." And I was like, and they still had salt and pepper in them. And I was like, well, somebody did, All right. Chrissy, I see you. Thank you so much. Let's do a countdown looking for 17 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A bid end. Hello, flippin' cute. Welcome in.
Again, that's the hardest set to find in that series. So good.
All right. There is the poodle shaker bid end. Thank you, Karen. Good use of emojis there. All right, Chrissy, coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, $15. And like I said in previous sales, I got a collection of postcards and I'm keeping the groups of them together.
What did you say, Jason? I'm sorry.
15, Amy. 15, and you're going to get the whole set. And like I said in previous sales, I bought a collection of postcards that are primarily courting couples, and I'm trying to keep them all together. So not only is this a set of postcards that were printed in the United States, it's actually a set of 4 that somebody wrote lengthy letters to each other. So the new owner will get the set of 4 and get the fun correspondence that's on the back, okay? Each one of these postcards might have a little wear to it. They're all dated 1911, and they all were pretty much postmarked sequentially. One came in almost every day. So one came in on January 4th. One came in, I think it looks like on January 5th, 12th, and the 15th. So they came in sequential order. So they didn't come in sequential order, but they came in over like a 2 or 3 week period of time. So 15, you're going to get all 4. They are stamped, made in the United States. It is this fun Victorian courting couple. They're in the woods. You can see the great detail on it, and I think these would be fun to frame together. So it says, on a bright summer's day. So this is going to be your first one you're going to get. And again, it is a series, so it's the same, fella and woman in each one. So they're in the forest. I think the coloring's great. I love the border that they did. And again, I could actually see you guys framing these as like a set of 4 in one frame. So they are typical postcard size. They're about 5.5 by 3.5. So this is the first one you're going to get, if my camera wants to focus, on this lovely courting couple. And again, the first one is on a bright summer's day. So again, that'd be fun for the summer. Here is another courting couple. Most of these kind of look like they're wearing the same outfit. This one looks like they're maybe a different couple. So you're getting 4 of them, KP. You're getting a set of 4 of them. So I showed you one. Here's number 2. They are all part of the same series. I don't know how many were in this, but this is all from the same person who actually mailed all 4 of them over the course of like 3 months in January in 1911. So again, I had purchased a book full of couples, and I call them courting couples, but it was a whole book full of couples postcards, and the person had tried to collect series, as many as they could, and I'm keeping them all together because they worked really hard to keep them together. So I don't want to separate them like I normally do. So here you have a Victorian couple crossing a pond, and it says, "Don't slip. Don't slip. I got you." Again, with all the earth, like all the natural
Don't fall
things.
in the swamp and get your pretty dress dirty.
I see Chrissy in at 15. Thank you, Chrissy. So we're looking for 16 or more. So it's going to be the second one that you're going to get. This one is pretty much, I believe, it'll make a liar out of me. It's almost, it's the same couple as the first one I showed you. So 3 of the couples are wearing the same attire. One of them is not. So this couple here, which is looking into like the reflecting pond, is like the first couple that I showed you. And this one is entitled Reflections. You can see some of the postmark stamping going across the front, but they're in overall good condition. No major dents, no major tears, no major creasing on it. And again, these are antique postcards. So here's that couple sitting there. And again, like I would say, like you can almost do that. They're different seasons in the background too. So that's going to be number 3. This one here, this one's entitled An Emblem of Our Love. So if you look at this couple, I don't understand why they positioned the couple that way, but she is carving a heart into the tree. So I feel like he's embracing her from behind as she carves a heart into the tree. And this one is entitled An Emblem of Love, okay? And some of them have some writing on the front. I'm trying to tell. I believe that was the individual. So Mr. Milo Mark. So Milo Lee Mark. That's where each one of these was sent to. So I do feel like each one of these has a love letter. Or should I say, like, so it says, "To my friend Milo." And then literally each one on the back has a long, lengthy story. Like, I don't know if you guys can see. So literally it was the same person who wrote all 4 of these to Milo Lee Mack. Pretty sure Mack is the last name. So let me just show you again in reverse. I see Renee in at 16. We're looking for 17 or more. You're going to get the set of 4, although there were more of these in the series that you could try to find and collect. They've all been used. I agree with you, Minx. The writing is phenomenal, and you can actually read it. I'm not going to even tell you guys what's on it. That's going to be part of the mysterious fun that you're bidding on. So,
Jason, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Do the back of the postcards like have a continuation to them, like the messages?
Yes, it is from these. Like I'm trying. I don't know if I'm explaining.
Like they sent them like in consecutive order.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I'm not explaining this right. So you're getting the series of postcards first of all. The second thing you're bidding on is a sequential series of these postcards were sent back to back. Some of them was one day, then the next day, and then a week went by, and it was a continuous letter from
cool.
the sender to Mr. Milo, and on one of them it says to Mr. Milo Lee Mack is his name, okay? So each one has a lengthy letter, and I'm assuming it's from a girl to him, and you'll have to enjoy that, yes. So in essence,
cool.
it's a 4-part letter or a 4-part correspondence between a sender to a sendee, from a sendee, so it's from somebody who sent it to the other. So, and not only is that like a consecutive, is that part of the group, but you're also getting the series of postcards. So it's a series of letters from one person to another. My dear friend Milo, I don't know that there's anything overly juicy, but it is a fun letter to, and I'm trying to read, and I think the woman's name is Maud, and I think it is a woman by the name of Maud to Mr. Milo Lee Mack. So I think that's what's really fun about it. So it wasn't just 4 postcards from 4 different people. It's actually the same person and the same receiver. So 16, we're looking for 17 or more just in case for active bidders. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. All postcard size are all dated. Postmark 1911. This one was from January 5th, January 12th, January 15th, and the first one starts on the 4th. So you have the 4th and the 5th, the 12th, and the 15th. Probably some got caught up in the mail. So it was pretty much boom, boom, boom. So there is our bid end. No more bids. I think Renee was our top bidder. Renee, thank you so much.
Very cool. Jason, you'll have to read them to me when we're done. I'm dying to know what the correspondence was about. Okay.
I will.
All right. I have a pair of items. So these are going to come together. Although they're not like really the same thing. Although they're both books and they're both bunny books. So they're going to come together. One is from 1942 and one is from 1991. All right, so they're not from the same time period either, but they're both bunnies, so they're going to come together. This Thumper book, and you guys, this is not an easy one to find. The Bambi version from this series is much easier to come by than this one. It does have the dust jacket, which usually is missing, but it has the same graphic on the front cover. The dust jacket, of course, does have some wear to it, but that just helps protect the book. On the inside, cutest little Thumper graphics. Oh my goodness, so cute. Now, I'm a Bambi fan myself, but I do like some Thumper. This one does have a book plate of Sonia in the front. Cool book plate, might I say, with the little boy kind of looking out at the castle. Chrissy, I see you. Thank you so much. The Bambi book, or the Thumper book, the first issue was 1941, so this is the second edition printed in 1942. Does have that in there. Of course, we've got some cute bunny graphics in here. There's Miss Bunny. Look at her. I love. They're Twitter pated. I love to say that. So there is a mixture of color and black and white illustrations for the Thumper story as we go along. I don't know if Bambi makes an appearance in here. I cannot remember. But there's lots of the other forest critters as we go on. It's pretty much a Thumper and Miss Bunny story, if I remember correctly. I do have this book. I have this book in my personal collection already, but there is Thumper. Okay. And the other one, which is equally as cute, I remember this book as a child for sure. Especially there's a regular golden book size of this, but I like this taller version. Richard Scarry, love that. Little mushy. So this one is the 1991 variation. It does have the original ones from 1963, but it is a board book. This one doesn't have any kind of writing, but it kind of goes through the seasons of the bunny. So there's really cute springtime with all the flowers, the dogwood, the daffodils, pretty. And then it kind of goes, I really like this one with the butterflies. I love the illustration for that page. Then we got birds. And it kind of goes through all the little seasons as we go through the book. There's the little frogs jumping. Really nice condition on this one. And there's kind of this one raining with the mushrooms and the frogs. There's the dandelions floating. Richard Scary. And this one I really like too, with all the fall leaves and the colors. That would just make a really nice backdrop for something, I think. And squirrel friends, little raccoons peeking out of the tree. And then we hit winter time with all the snow. I loved this book as a kid, for sure. And then it's nap time. Napping. All right, and then there's the back. Okay, so you're going to get them both. Chrissy's in at 12, looking for 13 or more. The dust jacket on Thumper does have some wear to it, but the book underneath is really nice shape. So that dust jacket served its purpose. All right, let's do a countdown looking for 13 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get out.
I love that he's standing under that big mushroom
That
as an
big old
umbrella.
mushroom.
My favorite part.
All right. Chrissy is here just in case. There's Karen's bed end. All right. Didn't need it, lady. Coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right. I'm going to take my time and I'm going to try to explain this so everybody understands what they're bidding on. It's going to start at $50. But at $50, you're getting a total of 11. A total of 11 of these. One of them has extensive wear. And if the person that buys them doesn't want it, I won't ship it to you. These are antique. They're from the late 1800s. Some of these are virtually impossible to find anymore. And if you were going to sell these in a store or on eBay, you would charge anywhere between $25 and $30 each. But I got a deal, so I'm going to sell them to you as a deal. And they came from the same person, so I want to keep them together. So it's $50, and each week throughout the late 1800s in the Sunday Herald, they would put in these paper dresses, okay? And what you were to do was for the little ones, you would give this to them, and they would cut them out. And if you, and on the side here it says, and I'll show you, it says, if you want a duplicate or original of the model, which is the woman, you have to mail, you have to be a subscriber, and you had to mail to the Boston Sunday Herald, and upon request, and 4 cents, 2 cents for the stamp, and the rest to cover the mailing expense, they would send you the paper doll that then these dresses would fit upon, okay? So not only each week did one of these come out, but then you could send and you could get the instructions on how to create one of these dresses on your own. So not only was this a way for them to promote the toys for the girls to use them as paper dresses, but then the lady could get the instructions on how to create the dress herself. She could sew and make her own dress, okay?
Very cool.
So you're going to get 11 of these for $50. They're frameable. They're all from the 1800s. One of them is in very poor condition, but they're virtually impossible to find, okay? So each one of these measures 12 by 7, and there is some wear to them. So I'll show you each one. So the first one here is from May of 1895. So this was in the Boston Herald in 1895, and somebody kept it. This is your first dress. All of these are Victorian lady attire. And again, some of these are not found anywhere except Pinterest. And they did try to reproduce these, but these are original. So this is going to be your first dress. And again, here on the side, I hope you can see, but it gives you the instructions on how to mail and get one of the little paper girls that each one of these would fit upon. So there's the front, here's the back. So this is your first one. And I hope I I feel like I blundered the postcard, so I wanted to slow down and make sure I explained these. So that's your first one you're going to get. The second one is from September 15th of 1895. These are either from 1895 or 1894. Okay, so this is going to be your second dress that you're going to get. And again, I could see you guys using these in different displays. Maybe use this in your fall display. And again, each one comes with a dress and a hat that is supposed to fit one of the paper dolls that you would have gotten from the Boston Herald. So there's a second one. Some of these are really different too. And there's actually a bicycle one that's almost impossible to find. This one is from April of 1885. So starting to look very pastel, very Easter color, Easter parade style. Each one of the dresses definitely looks like a lady has a corset on underneath. And again, you could use these in all sorts of different crafts if you want to. It's amazing that these are around. And if nobody wants them, then I'll price them in my shop and get 25 or 30 for each of them. This one is a kind of a Valentine's Day one. This is from February 16th of 1896. There is a little bit of wear down at the bottom, but again, very Valentine's Day colors. Again, if you're into the Victorian era, if you're into the fashion, these would be great framed. Even though there is a little bit of staining on it, I still think that would display beautifully. I can see we have no interest, so I'll move as fastly as I can. Here is another one. This one is from April of 1885. Again, these are the real deal. These are not reproduction. This one is from February 23rd of 1896.
Oh, I like that one.
Spans over, I have to be corrected. It spans from 1894 to 1896. This one is from July of 1895. It seems as they got up in years, some of them did not have hats. This one is from September of 1895. Look at the cape. Again, no smells to these whatsoever. One of them does have extensive damage. This one is worth your $50 right here. I sound like a car salesman, but it's the truth. To find a lady's attire with a bicycle is very, very popular from that Victorian era. So you have her there with a bicycle next to her, and she has her little hat. So again, that alone, bicycle people, it's a crossover. That's June of 1895. I have two more. This one is from September of 1895. Again, you're not going to find these anywhere else. I was amazed that I found them. I didn't even know what I found immediately. And this one, if someone doesn't want it, I will dispose of it. It does have some wear at the bottom. It's not mold, but it does have wear on the bottom. But I don't know that I want to throw something this rare away. But if the new owner doesn't want it, you can email me and I'll get rid of it. This one is from February of 1896. I just don't have the heart to throw that away. And it doesn't smell.
Well, if you cut it out, you could just make it a shorter dress.
You could. So that's all of them. Since Dusty was the only one interested, I'm going to let Dusty have them for 50. We can end it right there, Amy. Thank you so much, Dusty. They're yours.
Congrats, Dusty.
Keep moving. Awesome. I don't want to hold us up. Thank you, Dusty.
Don't you dare what? Throw it away or cut it up?
No, I'm not. Well, I'm not going to get rid of it. But Dusty, you let me know if you want that or not, and I'll sell it at the store as is. But I just don't want to send something that offends somebody.
I mean, you could still frame it, that one. But you could just cut it out and mat it on something else. And
you got it, Dusty.
Thank you. Dusty wants it. She said, "Don't."
You got it. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
All right. I'm going to bring my little puppy dog next. And I've had this guy before. I believe he's supposed to be a lipstick holder based on the small little hole that he has. Or he's a little planter. But I am including the little bundle of millinery flowers. These were actually new old stock. They still have the little made in Japan tag on there. I have a lot of these. So I'm going to include the little bouquet because I think they look cute in there for the puppy dog. He is made in Japan also, so matches with the flowers. And cold paint for the little beret, not a raspberry beret. He's got a mint beret and a little bow tie. And there's not really any kind of chipping to him. There's just a couple little paint scratch areas, but that's about it for him. He's the only one of these that I have seen. The same dog. I don't know if there are other ones, but I have never seen them. And I don't know the maker for him. I didn't know the maker the last time I came across him because I don't know. He never has had a foil sticker the times that I've seen other photos of him. So I'm not really sure for the manufacturer for him. Not super large. He is 5 inches tall by about 2 3/4 at the widest point. So you could plant a tiny little, a little flower in there, or a little air plant would definitely work in there. Or you can stick your Max Factor in there too, if you want, or your chapstick. You can, he's multi-purpose little doggo. But yeah, I thought I would include some little flowers in there. That way, if you don't have a green thumb like me, I've also killed an air plant. I've talked about that before. You don't have to water the Milnery flowers. They're flocked and they are just fine in there. He is good for spring and summer. Definitely. I agree with that. Chrissy, you got my other one? Okay. Yeah, I don't know if there's other dogs, if there's cats, if there's other animals. I've just never seen them. So, and I've seen some ceramics. I've never come across any other ones for him. Sandra, I see you. Thank you so much. Oh, Renee, you have him too. Yours doesn't have a sticker. See, I don't know. He's a mystery. He's a mystery critter. All right, Sandra's in there at 14. We are looking for 15 or more. Let's do a countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bidden. He does kind of look concerned.
He looks very worried, like he's lost. You're right.
Why are there flowers coming out of my backside? I don't know.
He is. He's very concerned about what's going on behind him there. You're right.
He really is. All right. There's the bed from Karen. All right, Sandra, coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, $24. These are in very good condition. That's why they're starting at that price. They're technically new old stock. So if you guys love your bluebirds, these Commodore ones are pretty doggone collectible and very desirable. Commodore also made like a chick or a yellow bird style in the same size. So these have noisemakers in them, but they do not work. These are like a matte finish. And these do have cold paint, and all the cold paint is remarkable. So $24 if anybody's interested. Each one still has its original Commodore sticker. Like I said, these are like new old stock. They're nice large ones. They measure 4.5 inches tall, so these are almost range style shakers. You can see how great the paint is. There's no paint wear on the bow whatsoever. They're even vibrant down here in the metal part, but the noisemaker just doesn't work anymore. So, sometimes these are stored in a, damp basement or attic, and sometimes the metal rusts. These do not. They're super clean. They both have their original corks, and this one is your little 2-hole. So this will be the first one, $24 if anybody's interested on the Commodore Bluebird shakers. You can actually see where they airbrushed like a little bit of yellow detail to it just to give them some dimension. You can see the light blue and the dark blue. No chips, no cracks, not even any crazing. So that is your first one. This one here has a pink little bow. So she has her little pink bow. Not even any chips on the beak. You can see that the noisemaker is super crispy and clean on the bottom. This one has its little Commodore sticker on it as well. And that one is your little 3-hole. And they have their corks. A lot of that stuff is missing. I have to believe that these were probably in their box for a long time, and the box sort of disintegrated, which kept them in such great condition. So you can see where they did detail with a little bit of yellow on the face and the breast of the bird. And then here on the back, you have your traditional light blue and dark blue. So $24 if anybody is interested. These are made by Commodore. These are increasingly becoming a harder set to find in the bluebird, when it comes to collecting bluebirds. And they are very collectible, and a lot of times folks ask more for them. So, again, 4.5 inches tall. They're technically new old stock Commodore salt and pepper shakers. They are the Bluebirds, but we will keep it moving and bring them back during the recap. Over to you, Amy.
Okay. All right. I think we have 2 rounds left, and then we will go into a recap. Okay. This is a pairing, so you're going to get both of these items together. I'm going to start at 12. So the first thing I have is Ruthie Newton, Mechanical Valentine. I know it's not Valentine's Day, but I just found this, so I thought I would bring it. And this, I don't know if I've had this one before. So it's illustrated by Ruthie Newton, and he does have the little like half of heart in his hand that is mechanical. All right, revealing the little gal underneath, which is cute, and then the cute little puppy dog peeking out there. Kind of looks like my dog peeking out. It has been signed on the back from Junior, I think. So this one is made in the USA. So Ruthie Newton originally, her Valentine's would have been made in Germany, but this one is a made in USA one. It's also going to come with a pretty sparkly brooch along with it. So I don't know why I paired those together, but I did. And the brooch here, just white rhinestone, kind of, you know, every day kind of goes with just about anything. No missing rhinestones on it. Very sparkly, especially out in the sunshine. It does have kind of a C clasp on the back side. No kind of stamping or anything like that. Jennifer and MJ, I see you both. Junior know how to pick them. Yeah, I did. Good taste, Junior. Good taste. There's a little bit of bending from that kind of tab that goes through because like you were supposed to operate it from the back, like pull it. So it does kind of get like a little bit bent just from hanging onto it. But otherwise there's not any kind of tearing or anything else with it. All right, let's do a countdown. Jennifer and MJ. So brooch and little Ruthie Newton Valentine. Love to look for these. All right, let's do a countdown. 14 or more, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid it.
You always find those Ruthie Newton Valentines. I don't think I've ever.
I
thought I had one.
I think they find me. I do. Although the most I've ever found has been in Pennsylvania, truth be told.
Gotcha.
Last time that we were shopping together, I found 2 at one time. All right. MJ, you're just in case 22 did come in after Karen's bid end. Renee was at 15. Jennifer did use a just in case. So Jennifer is going to be my winner at 16. Thank you so much.
$12, Amy. And I can't with this guy. This is the most weirdest, kitschiest mid-century thing that I've found in a long time. And it is this fun little rope.
Oh my gosh, look at him.
He's not a hobbyist. He's actually produced, and he was actually made in Western Germany. So he has his original little sticker on the bottom. And this was kind of fashion in the 50s and 60s. They did a lot of these little rope figurines. So the rope is attached to the bottle. And I don't know if he was a perfume bottle or if he held something, but you can take the head off, and then that's how you can get into the bottle.
Oh my gosh.
So it's this super kitschy, and he's great for this time of the year. He's a little gardener.
That's hilarious.
He's a little gardener guy. So they actually entwined the rope to make eyes and a nose and a mouth. He has himself a plastic little rake in his little rope hand. He has a little plastic watering can on his other rope hand, and he's wearing his little apron so he doesn't get messy. So I know he's kind of weird looking, but I think he's kind of kitschy and super cute, especially the fact that he's on a glass little bottle, and he was made in Western Germany. So the rope is yellow color. So it's like a light buttery yellow. It goes all the way around. There's no condition issues. He has himself a fun little hat. I just thought this was so stinking ridiculous that it kind of is. He does look like Mr. Bill. Absolutely. He could even be your little garden guy if you want him to be. So $12 if anyone's interested. I've never seen another I think it's kooky. I think it's
Jason,
cute.
do you know, like, did something originally come in the bottle?
I don't know. I tried to. I
Never
have to
seen
believe.
something like that.
I have to believe that.
Like, well, bubble bath wouldn't make any sense though.
No, I thought maybe oil came in it or something. Do you know what I mean? That
Aftershave?
like a cooking oil or something may have come in it. I don't know if it was some maybe crazy perfume or toiletry, but I have to tell you, I don't know that anything was ever in the bottle. The
Oh,
bottle's
Joe
super
said maybe
clean.
vinegar.
Could be that too. It could have been that too. But whatever it is, somebody. Well, actually, we did an estate pickup and we bought some things, and the lady kept everything. Like she kept everything. And this was probably one of those things that was meant to be
Like
used
a
and thrown away.
souvenir, probably.
Yeah. Like this was not supposed to be here. It was meant to be thrown away. So I know it's really weird looking, but that's what makes these things kitschy and different. And you're not going to find another. So it's this neat little yarn. And what they did was they would entwine the yarn and then adhere the yarn to the bottle. Like a lot of times you would find this, but they're the plastic, especially in the vino bottles, like the wine bottles. But this is your real rope. So it's not like the synthetic rope. So it's a real rope all the way around. And then they even gave him like a scarf around his neck. So he's got this fun, and the hat is made of fabric. So even if you used him for the parts, there's $12 worth of parts here between the plastic rake and the plastic little watering can. And I just think, you know who I think of when I find this stuff is Magpie Ethel. So Magpie Ethel she would have this in her gardening.
She probably has 10 of those.
She probably does. And she has all the different colors. So what you do is in the Magpie Ethel world, which drives me nuts, you get your vintage little seed packs, and you got 10 little seed packs behind it. You get your little baby, I don't know, maybe shovel, things like that. You put it all around. And I mean that with no shade, Magpie Ethel, if you're watching. But then you add like the little gardener into the background. And it's something that is just so kooky and kitschy that you just never even knew something like this existed. So Dusty, thank you so much. I see you're 12. We're looking for 13 or more. He kind of does, Karen. He kind of does have a snowman. So he does. So if you wondered what a snowman does in the summer, he turns into your little garden guy. I'm with you, Minx. Like this is a fun little plastic 50s watering can. I didn't even take the time to see if they were marked USA or anything. There is a name on it. I can't see. But this is like your little plastic, like, when you get your little plastic stuff from the 50s.
Yeah, I've had some of those little plastic watering cans.
And they actually have it attached.
Favors.
They actually have it in with the twine. So this is meant to be. This was produced. And all jokes aside, it's made in Western Germany. So they're one of the leaders in early kitsch. So they know the kooky and the weird. So let's count it down. We're looking for 13 or more, 5.5 inches tall, little yarn garden guy on top of a bottle. 20, 19, 18. You're right, Jennifer. 17, 16. She makes me hate myself. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I sometimes yell at my displays and be like, "You're no Magpie Ethel display. You better straighten up and be better." So, I don't know where she stores it all. That's what kills me. I don't know where she puts it all. So, there is our bid end. Thank you so much.
Can you do your other item? Can you do 2 in a row?
Yeah. And actually, I can stall for a minute because I'm going to do a quick claim. So if you can just put in, this will be a $10 quick claim.
Okay.
And that's going to Dusty. Thank you for seeing my vision, Dusty. Dusty, that's going to you. So I'm going to show you guys what I have here. And they're the same. And they will be $10. And then I'll give you a letter. So you'll have to wait till I give you the letter. So I don't know who remembers these, but I remember these old pencils. So I have 2 sets in the box, and they come with 7 pencils in each box, okay? So they are supposed to be pre-sharpened, and they were made in Japan. So you can pick both sets or one set. So each set is going to have one of these fun little wooden little girls on the top. So I used to hoard and collect these as a kid. And then each pencil Now this one made a liar out of me. So like this one here, you're going to get the little gnome guy. Okay. And then you can see where it says Japan. So you're going to get a set of 7 pencils, and I have 2 sets that are identical. So you're going to get the girl I showed you, and then you're going to get the one with the little gnome fella on the top. They're all wood. Okay. You're going to get the kitschy little dog.
Oh my gosh.
And again, these were pre-sharpened from the factory. I don't know if you guys remember when they used to come like this. This one was pre-sharpened. So you're going to get the one with the little dog, and I have 2 sets. It says Japan. This one has the little plastic whistle on it. And there you can see it says Japan. Then you're going to get the fun little soldier. You know, a lot of times when you find these, they sat and they got wet and all the paint's flaking off. These are like new. You're going to get the fun little guy, and he kind of goes with the little girl. So you get the little guy and girl. And these are fun to like put into displays and stuff. And then my favorite is you're going to get the little sailor. Okay. So I have 2 sets in the box. I just showed you one. The other set looks identical, but the other set is right here. So they're going to be $10 a set, and you get 7 of them. They're new old stock. If you put in the letter M for Mother Tuckers, you can take 1 or 2. So they're $10 a set. $10 a set. If anyone's interested, you put in the letter M. All right, Dusty, I see you in with an M, and they're just for good. There's the other set. So, Dusty, you get first choice. Did you want 1 or 2 sets? If there's one that remains, it'll go back to Gail, and I see that on both devices. So, Dusty, I got you for 1. Thank you so much. Gail, let me know if you were interested in the other. If you were interested in both, and then you take a pass, it'll go back to Chrissy. But Gail, you have next choice. Just let me know. There's 1 set remaining. And I appreciate you guys if Gail passes. All right, Gail, it's yours. Thank you guys so much.
All right, congrats. All right. I had to switch out the one item. It had some damage that I didn't initially see, so I switched that. So the little puppy coloring book, I'm just going to keep it and do something with it. I might just frame the cover. That's probably what I'll do with it. So sorry, I switched that out. So I'm going to do a quick claim on my last round as well. So thanks, Jason. Yes. All right, I had to quick find something. So we're going to do a quick claim on my little Robert Simmons made in California pottery, little fawn. Since I had Thumper, kind of looks like Bambi, but it's not. Made in California, although not marked. Robert Simmons usually had a little foil sticker. Most of the time it's missing on pieces. No chips. There's a little crazing. Late 1940s, early 1950s. Robert Simmons did a whole series of deer. I have some in my personal collection. So he's going to be $10 on little Robert Simmons deer friend. And all you have to do is type in the letter D. Letter D for deer. Deer. Oh, dear. $10 for the Robert Simmons little deer friend. Chrissy, I see your letter D. Oh, Leanne and KP, I saw you as well. But Chrissy and Minx, Chrissy got the first one in there. Thank you so much. All right. I'll get us both up here. We are going to go into our recap. So we will bring back items again. And I know a lot of people popped in and out of the sale tonight. Maybe you missed something, so we will go over those again. If you want to claim something, just make sure to type in the item plus the price. I do have a small herd, Bakes. I do have a small herd. Okay. Type in the letter price plus the price so that we know what you're trying to claim because of the lag tonight. And man, was it a lag. We'll give it a moment. If there's more than one person claiming the same item, we will then turn it back into a bid round just in case this can be in play, all that good stuff. If you're watching on the replay, you can always email us and check if something is still available. Jason, I'll have you go, and then I will go. Right. Does that work?
Yep.
Do you want to just go through them all?
Yep. Okay. I'll go as fast as I can. I had my 2 miniature bone china bunny sets from my first round. I do believe this one has a repair. There's heavy crazing, and I can catch my thumb on the one. So just to safeguard myself, I'm going to say that one has a repair. So other than that, they're in very good condition. If you're interested in this set that I'm showing you right there, you can put in blue because of the eyes, blue 15. The other set is going to be green 15. So green 15. So they're more of a satin finish. They're more of a glossy finish. So if you're interested in that set, that's going to be blue 15. Nicole, I don't know if you're still here. I hope you're able to hang out. That one is blue 15. And then this other set of bunnies is going to be green 15. Blue 15, green 15. I'm just waiting for that lag to straighten itself out. So I had my George Horner tin. It is of the little piggy. It's in very good condition.
So cute.
It says George Horner here on the side. They were little candy tins made in England. You can put pig 28, pig 28, pig 28. Sorry, I need to move stuff. I don't want to break these little bunnies. Okay, so there that is. Then I had my Commodore birds. If you're interested in these shakers, there's no call outs. They're the larger salt and pepper shakers. You can put bird, and they're 24. So bird 24. And again, I feel bad. Nicole, I hope you're still watching because I knew you wanted the 2 miniature sets of bunnies. Then I had my somewhere between the 40s and the 60s, my Czechoslovakian vase. It is the cut to cranberry or cut to clear then on the bottom. It measures about 5.5 inches tall. You can put vase 50 if you're interested in that, vase 50. I had my 3 unused coloring books. They were from Southfield Publishing from the 1950s. They were giveaways from a little savings and loan. So you'll get the bunny one. You get the, I'm calling it ice cream, even though it says preschool. And then my favorite is the Henny Penny one. They were 15. You could put books. Then I had my black cat made in Italy, and so she is 30. Yeah. So you can put cat 30 if you're interested in her. All right, Amy, thank you.
Okay. All right. I had my doggy bank made by Ukeko, and it does have the stopper. It just no chips on it. There's just a little bit of cold paint loss on the roof, and the chained baby that would have been attached here. Puppy has gone off to puppy college, but that one is still hanging out on the roof. This was 24, so we'll do dog 24. Dog 24. Gail wants your books.
I got you, Gail. Thank you so much.
Dog 24, if you want to claim that. And Squirrel's going to take your check vase.
I got you, Squirrel. Thank you so much.
I see you for the dog. Oh, I also see Richard popping in there for the dog at 24. Okay, so because there's 2 in there right away, I'm going to do a countdown. I'll do a 10-second countdown. Okay, so looking for 25 or more on the dog. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
Thank you guys for those claims. Thank you very much.
Richard, I see your 25 come in there. There's the bid end. All right. All right, Richard, my friend. Doggos are coming to you. Thank you so much. All right. And I had my Cheeto bunny. He does look like a Cheeto, like for real.
I love him.
You know when you pull them, if you eat Cheetos and you pull them out of the bag, and sometimes they're, they look like something, kind of like a cloud does every once in a while. Bunny eating a carrot plush. He's in good shape. He was 18. So you can do Bunny 18 if you want him. He does have a manufacturer here on the back. Bunny 18 for Mr. Rabbit. And that was my recap. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
All right. Parmesan is gone again. I don't know what he does.
He's a busy boy. He is
busy. He's got things to do, apparently. He's asleep in 1 second, and then he's off to the races. All right. Thank you all so much.
Thank you
for hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate you being here. And thank you to Karen and Kim for helping us out, and Gavin, of course. Melanie, I see you for the bunny. I see you. Thank you so much. Melanie, have you been here? And have we not said hello to you, Melanie? Or are you just popping in?
That's the first I saw her.
Okay. All right.
I saw her.
Good to see you, Melanie. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Kim and Karen and Gavin. Thank you all so much for hanging out. So before we move into community share, we'll talk about the coming weeks. Jason, I'll have you talk about it, and then I'll talk about next week.
Shameless plug. Please come over to Instagram tomorrow night. I'm selling with the Valentinos. We're having an all Christmas sale. If you saw anything behind me, guys, that string art is incredible. I've never found a tree string art before, but if you guys are hungry for some Christmas and you want to hang out with the Valentinos tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern over on Instagram, it'll be me, along with John of Everyday Holiday Displays, Brian of Mid-Century Mister, and Katie Vintage Treasure Girl is going to be filling the 4th seat for the Valentinos. So if you bought from me tonight, I can combine that with anything that you buy tomorrow night. Invoices will go out sometime on Tuesday. I'm sorry, words are tough tonight. The invoice will go out sometime on Saturday for me. So, side note, Amy's going to talk about some schedule changes that are coming up. I am going to be taking a hiatus from live sales for about a month. I'll reassess where I'm at in a month and see what I can do. I'm having some retooling at my brick and mortar. We're doing some things differently. So myself and Tina are back in the store. So stop out and see us, along with some of the folks that did work for us. Mother Tuckers, are you doing Just in Case? Yes, we will probably be doing Just in Case tomorrow. But just in case, come check it out, and one of us will go over how it's going to work. But I'm pretty sure, I think John and I think the fellas, I think they like the opportunity to use the just in case because they don't get to. So I have a gut. 70% of me says that we will. Okay, John says we will. And I'm sure John's hosting tomorrow, although he hasn't confirmed. So I'm hoping John's hosting tomorrow. So come over and hang out with us. But to recap, I've had some things change at my shop, and it's also time for me and Tina to get back in there. We have some new dealers that are moving in. There's some different things that are happening. So if you're local to us and you shop our brick and mortar, you're going to see a lot of pleasant changes coming here in the near future. So until I can get my schedule figured out, and I want to make sure I run my live sales or ones that I participate in, like, I have with Amy here, I need to take a break and figure things out. Also, we have a vacation coming up, and we also have the Midwest holiday. So please don't read into that I have to take this big break because of stuff at the store. Basically, also, you add those two things, the Midwest holiday show that's coming up in Memorial Day, and then it will be on vacation the next week. So that it may, if those two things weren't going on, it may just be another week or two, and then I would know. But since those two are mixed in there, it's just best that I cut ties for now and take what I used to call, when I had my DJ business, a hiatus. So I'm going to take a brief hiatus from live sales for a little bit. And I hope y'all like me enough that you come back when I'm doing them again. So that's it for me.
So Jason, we will see his face back in June.
Yes.
Fingers crossed.
Yes.
If everything works out at the store. Yes.
Yes.
So with that being said, so Fantastic Finds will be on a pause until Jason can come back. But I might have a special guest be joining me the first week in June. We're still figuring that out. I have asked. We're in the works for that. But you'll see me solo. I will still be here. So Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, I will be back. I'll just be sitting here by myself. It's not going to be Fantastic Finds. It will be just a me sale. And then the following Monday, so the 18th, I'll be getting back from Wisconsin. You'll see me the 18th Monday by myself at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then the following Thursday, the 28th, I might have a guest for that as well, but that is still in the works. So the last Thursday of May and the first Thursday in June, when the Mother Tuckers are on vacation, I might have a special guest that Thursday for Fantastic Finds, filling in for Jason. So, but you guys will still see me. I will still be here on a weekly basis. We're just shifting days for 2 weeks because of traveling. We'll be going to Elkhorn, Wisconsin for several days, and then we're also going to the Midwest Holiday Show, and that's also my birthday weekend. So, yeah, that's why we're shifted to that's why you'll see me on a Monday for a couple
Amy and Tina have back-to-back birthdays, so it will also be a pretty big birthday for my other half that she'll be celebrating on our way home from the Midwest Holiday Show. So both of them, and Misty shares the same.
Misty's is the first June 1st.
Gotcha. So
June 1st, yeah, we're all Gemini, so that should be no surprise.
Yes, and you guys are absolutely.
Yeah. So May is busy. May is a busy month. And I know based on stuff going on, like extra stuff going on at the store, you have to get all your stuff ready for Midwest. So I totally understand.
I'm in the process of opening another booth. We're going to open a booth up at Pine Hills. So if you guys are familiar to the area, come June 1st, I have a full booth up at Pine Hills now. So, plus Tina might still try to squeak in a random whatnot sale somewhere in there. And she's still doing eBay. Plus we always ran the behind the scenes of the store and everything else. So, yeah. And it'd be nice for me to maybe just pump the brakes a little bit, recalibrate, get ahead on some, merchandise. Cause I'm just going to be honest with you guys. And if you want to echo me, Amy, trying to source things for live sales is a very difficult job. It used to be,
and it's getting increasingly more difficult.
3-4 years ago, you could go into an antique mall, you could go to an auction, you could go to a flea market, you could go to a yard sale, and you could find things. Now what has happened is to try to source things to bring at a reasonable price, because I understand the economy and I understand what's going on in our world, but it's become very difficult to source things. So I would like to have a month that I could buy things and sit them to the side instead of feeling like, oh my God, I got to buy them on a Monday so I can sell them on a Thursday. It's causing me too much stress. So hopefully if I can recalibrate, I can feel a little more relaxed that I can find stuff that's a little easier to source. But please, guys, just know that anybody on this platform, it is a job to find these things and try to bring them that they're in good condition and try to offer them at a fair price, because we realize, I'll speak for myself, I take into consideration the price knowing that you're going to pay to have it shipped to you. So I'm already not only bearing the burden of finding it at a good price, but I have to take into consideration that I have to absorb something because it has to be shipped to you guys. So, something that I can sell on a live for $20, I could take to my store for $40 because they're coming to me to buy it. When I offer to you here, I have to start it at half because I know you're going to pay $8 to have it shipped to you or $10 to have it shipped to you. So it's an increasingly stressful position to be in because we just don't show up with random things. Like we show up with curated true antiques. And I will quote Nate of my vintage is 1976. I source quality items for you, and so does Amy. So that's why our price points are different than maybe some people who are just sitting there saying $2, $3, because we are trying to bring you quality vintage. If you're going to sit with us and give us 3 hours of your week, we want it to be worth your time that you're getting a quality product for us. So I just needed to say that because I've carried that burden for a while, that I don't know that the buyer necessarily understands the amount of stress that we put ourselves on to find you guys good things. So I'm off my soapbox. So sorry, Amy. Sorry.
No, it was all things that needed to be said. So
thank you.
Yeah. So schedule changes, things that you will see on my channel here I will get them scheduled in the next few days since it's weird days of the week. So you can set reminder notifications, that sort of thing. I do also plan in the month of May to do, I mentioned this the last time I went live for my channel members, that there would be a special live sale for my channel members. Sometime in May, we will be doing one of those. So I will let everybody know when that is going to occur as well. But sometime in the month of May, when we can fit it in, we will. And before we say goodnight, I did have a short community share from Miss Elaine Linney. So I wanted to share those real quick. I'm going to get my screen. Oh, I hit the right one. There's this really weird one that they just added, and I was hoping I didn't click on it. Okay. So I have a little Easter thing and more sort of an everyday springtime thing from Elaine. So just 3 photos I have from Elaine. She was here earlier. I'm not sure if she's still here. But I liked this little display of kind of everything mixed together. That Timid Little Rabbit book is very cute. I know she had some notes in here. Oh, the book was her mother's, she said. She went to a 1-room schoolhouse that she walked to in all kinds of weather. Her teacher gifted her students with books on holidays. Her mother was born in 1930, and the copyright of the book is 1933. So that was the note I had for that. And then the other pictures I have, so they're 2 of the same, but one is a little different. I'll show it to you. So she says she loves to collect blues and combining blue and white together. And I like the little plates hanging and the little planter girl, the glass, all sorts of things mixed together. That bunny is really cute, covered in flowers. That is really cute. They look like real hydrangea. I know they're not, but I love that. But the second photo, it's the same, but she added lights to it. So it also
that's fantastic.
Isn't that fun?
Oh, I love that. Oh, that sets a tone. That's
Elaine,
so sweet.
She has sent us some creative displays in the past. So I really like that because I was not expecting that when I was looking at the photos. That so you can still enjoy it at nighttime. Just get some ambiance lighting. I really like that. So the blue and whites together, very pretty for springtime. And I love the story about the Timid Little Rabbit. I have never seen that book before, but that's really cool that the teacher gave those out to the students. I love that. And the little Scotty dog, I think that's a candy container.
You got it.
Pretty sure it is.
And I think KP said she has one. I think I saw her say in the chat that she has one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the Scotty dog.
Scotty dog. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Thank you so much, Elaine, for sending those in to us. I do have, when we do come back, when Jason comes back and joins us again, I will pick up with some more community shares because I have some more come in. So I do have some more to work with. So that will be back when Jason is back too. So after the Jersey Shore, nice and refreshed, we'll come back.
This is true.
All right.
This is true.
Thank you guys again so much. I forgot to say, I'm sending invoices out for me tomorrow. So I will email everybody. We didn't mention that at the beginning of the sale. I know we didn't talk about it until the end, but I will email everybody tomorrow when invoices go out. And then hopefully you guys can come back and join me on Monday. And then that sale will be invoiced separately on Tuesday. Okay, next week. I will get that scheduled up there. Jason, always love selling with you. And
Agreed.
We'll see you back after break, and I'll see you in a couple weeks anyway.
You got it.
The Midwest.
You got it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I know. 43. It's coming.
I'm not even going to tell you what's coming for Tina. I'm not even going to tell you. She'll kill me. She killed me.
Yeah, we're going to have a big old celebration at the Midwest Holiday Show. So,
yes.
Hopefully we'll see you, some of you guys there too. That'll be a lot of fun.
Come see us, guys. I'll be set up. Amy will be there. There'll be a lot of other folks that are resellers that are going to be there that I'm sure you know. So, and come visit my brick and mortar. I got 40 dealers that would love to have you come shop them in person. So, Mother Tuckers, we're right outside of Lancaster. Come see us. And the Valentinos tomorrow night. Please, if you're an Instagrammer, come over and hang out with us. It'll be a good time.
All right, you guys, have a wonderful rest of your evening and week. And I will see you guys back here on Monday. Thank you all so much.
Have a good
Good
one.
night.